Hello. Welcome to my Wi-Fi is acting So let's hope. Tracking already died on me before I even started stream, so let's we'll have to see how that's gonna go. I don't know. It's been a hot minute since we played our last Ace Attorney game. Goodness gracious. Didn't change anything about the sound settings though, so this should be the same volume as last time. Hi Mary! We haven't even started yet, but I will save as soon as I get the chance. Also thank you for the pet. Okay. Yeah, welcome in. We are gonna jump into our third Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney game. Or more like our third Ace Attorney game, this one specifically with a Phoenix Wright subtitle, blah. This is Trials and Tribulations, also called a TT, Ace Attorney TT. Shall we look as per usual? That is perfectly fine, thank you. Oh my god. Yeah, this looking at the copyright notice down there, was like 2004, 2019, all rights reserved. That is crazy to me. But yeah, these games are pretty darn old. I'm glad they're not older than me. Still, they might be older than some people already. That's not a thought I want to entertain. But yeah, let's get into it. In this one, you don't get to start just at whichever episode you want. No, you start with episode 1 as you should. Though this one doesn't start off with Phoenix as our main character. No. We start with Mia. I hope everyone remembers Mia. Let's get it. I think we should be able to definitely make it through the first case. Just fusing on your brother? Damn. How did I get into this mess? Oh, do I remember everyone in this case? No. Why? Why did I do that? The girl. You shouldn't see her anymore. Yeah, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. Yeah, but this time with slightly less cleavage. But still a very short skirt. Hi, Phoenix. It wasn't me. I didn't... do it. Is there a single Ace Attorney main character, like playable, like character you actually get to play as, who has not been tried in court yet? 5 years earlier, Mia Fey, second trial. April 11. District Court, defendant lobby number 3. April. Let me hear second case. Oh, Mia. We're really in it now. Whew. Apollo never got tried himself. Okay, Apollo has a bunch of other issues though. It's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. Wait, I should be able to save here immediately. Okay, there we go. Would you look at that? Before I forget. Oh, Mr. Grossberg, good morning. Mia, please calm yourself down. You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know? What are you talking about? I'm relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me. I'm relaxed. No, it wasn't my question, but but like, I feel like if we put Apollo of all people on the stand for, I don't know, murder, whatever. It's usually murder, right? It's like, this man already has enough going on. He doesn't need to be tried for murder as well. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Me too. You have no idea. Sorry, 1 second. I need to tie up my hair. It's so long. I was losing my mind. There we go. Let go of my levels. How will you say that? You obviously haven't got the temperament to be a lawyer. I'm so sorry. It's just that I'm so nervous today. Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Never you fear, my dear. I'm Marvin Grossberg. I'm at your service. Actually, this is my second time in court. Still, you surprised me. What, with your earnest request last night? Let me handle this case, you simply said, and quite forcefully, too. I just found out yesterday about the case, I mean. What? And you've already learned all the relevant facts? About that, you see, I mean, of course I have, I think. It is a tutorial section, so of course it's gonna be a little struggle, but it's gonna be fine. It's a very good replacement for Tyrion Vincent. Moving from the arcane attorney back to the slightly less magical attorney. Our jury in America thinks sometimes glad the games are so Yeah. Oh dear. In any case, don't let our client see you're so nervous. You see the poor young man in the pink sweater over there? That's our client. Hi! Good morning, everybody! Good morning. Try to keep smiling, Mia. Just want to say, I'll give it all I've got. Yeah, I'll be fine. It'll be fine, no problem. Moving the magic attorney should have won. I only summoned the dead. Yeah, there's nothing magical going on in this one. I don't know what you're talking about. What's wrong? Do you have a cold or something, Mr. Wright? Actually, it's Wright, like the Flying Brothers. People screw it up all the time. Yes, I have a cold. That's what this mask is for. My doc says that's why I won't give it to anyone else. Kind to others, he says. Right, Mr. Wright, you have nothing to fear in court today. If you're truly innocent, I promise I will save you. Please, let go of my shirt. That's right, he's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. Phoenix clothes are definitely a statement. Yeah. Very eye-catching. Something that is clearly science, we just haven't figured it out yet. We're not yet at the game where the summoning the death thing is even more extreme than what we've seen so far, and that's gonna be a while still, so let's just, you know. Well, if you listen to the explanation that Haikyuu has given for the character Kuro, who has almost the same hairstyle as this, it's literally just like from how he sleeps. Like, Haikyuu Kuro has almost the same hairstyle, and apparently it's because he puts, like, pillows on both sides of his head that squish, like, his hair up like this, up and back. But I don't know if the same would hold for Phoenix. My name is Mia Fei. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. First time I appeared in court was a year ago. But that trial traumatized me so badly I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. Oh? It's been 1 year since then, and well, here I am again. This time I'm going to win. What's Kiryu's excuse? For my client and for myself. Hell yeah, let's do it. Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright. Princess ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Even today is Miss Mia Fei, was it? Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem? I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense. Yes, well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency. Recuperate is a pink sweater. It's not What? It's not that bad. I love giving the pains this kind of voice. For the only reason though that they don't show up too much, so it's not too much on my voice, vocal cords and stuff. But I mean, the objection voice lines sound like this, so I cry I have low for game characters now. Emergency! Isn't that him standing there right next to you? Cat! Look at me. Okay. Sure. Okay. Yes, well... You're just a rookie. Are you sure you can really handle this? It's my 3rd game! Now let him scare you, Mia, and give him a tough slap. Of course, Your Honor. I think. Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
Well. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Don't worry, little girl. It will all be over soon, yes.
It's my win. What's that all about? Was he trying to trash talk me?
Now then, I'd like to proceed with a summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. The murder victim was a student named Doc
Swallow?
He was a 4th-year student studying pharmacology.
Sounds like he was a very bright young man.
Yes, well, next we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body and the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway. They then called the police.
That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. The court accepts this photo into the record as evidence.
Crime took place in an IVU building. Would I ever add a pompadour hairstyle? No.
In the same vein that you're never going to see a bald toggle from me, because I do not like that. To each their own, and everyone who's having fun with bald toggles, they can have all the fun they want, but I don't like it. For me. And I think a pompadour would look mighty stupid, so... Also, they're shifting in my eye only. Oh. I wish I could see without glasses. There we go. Thank you for the picture. By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo.
Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. Truth is that this victim died a rather unusual death.
Hug style cheesy, hell yeah! That's a good idea, actually. An unusual death? What do you mean, Mr. Payne?
Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question.
Huh?
A simple question. I thought I might loosen you up a bit. I'm a gentleman, if you will.
A what? Stand up to him, Mia. Show him what you're made of. Perfect opportunity. What was it? The cost. Go on. Please say you know at least this much. I'm so sorry. I didn't get a chance to read through the whole file. Hemorrhoids are beginning to act up. Why do you mention your hemorrhoids so often? That's gonna be a pain. Now see here. Details of the case are filed under the court record. But you knew that already, didn't you? Aha! Court record! I think I can see that by pressing tab.
I'm using a controller.
All the weapons we need can be found in the court record. Take a good hard look at the data there and think carefully before you answer, my dear. Yes, sir. I'll do just that. Stay calm. Can't let that prosecutor get the better of me. Court record. Okay. Let's take a look. I just pressed tab here. Except I have to press right button.
Date and time of death. At 3 p.m. Cause of death was a fatal electric shock.
Also, nay. Attorney's badge. Would the attorney for the defense please answer the question? What was the cause of death?
Electrocution.
According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution. Electrocution. But how could such a thing happen? I mean, do you not see the cables dangling in that photo? But okay. Suspect is ugly pink sweater, gross works hemorrhoids. Vote now on your phones who you think is the most guilty of this murder. Did the murderer use some type of new super powerful stun gun, perhaps?
The answer to that will become crystal clear as this trial proceeds, Your Honor. Before that, there's one more vital issue.
What's up?
Why, motive, of course. Apparently there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant.
Bad blood? What do you mean?
Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this.
I really don't like this guy's smug attitude. It's instant pain for you. He's one smooth operator if you catch my...
Smooth operator. Oh.
He's not really. They don't call him the rookie killer for nothing, you know? Except he gets killed. I mean, he gets killed by the rookies. When we're the player, he gets killed by the rookies, though. I mean, obviously you don't lose your job just because you lose a case, in that sense. But like, how this guy is keeping his job over the course of all of these games is crazy to me. It's like, ah man, Phoenix Wright is in the courtroom today. Yeah, let's get Payne on this one. For Phoenix's first case, okay, sure, whatever, he's the newest rookie. But on the other hand, Payne would have been able to find out that he's Mia's protege. And since we're going to wipe the floor with this dude in like 5 minutes, wouldn't have done that if I was him. Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time, I would like to see some supporting evidence. Evidence? I need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all our weapons can be found at the court record. Find the evidence you need and then shove it into Old Greybeard's face. Yes, sir, into Old Greybeard's face. Mr. Grossberg, try to set a bad example for a young lady. Yeah, evidence isn't the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are as well. You can toggle between profiles. Yes, I know, this is a tutorial. What was the cause of bad blood between Phoenix Wright and the victim?
Dahlia Hawthorne, Phoenix Wright's girlfriend, dated the victim Jack Swallow up until 8 months ago. Ooh, the victim, he's a 4th year from Shawnee. Mine, a 30-year student. He currently has a cold.
But a lawyer with a little too much confidence and also a head. It's at his face. The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here. Dahlia Hawthorne, is it?
Very good, Miss Faye. You seem to have picked up on at least this much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly, she has some part to play in the story.
He's done it again. For the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants. Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call your first witness.
If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright.
The defendant himself? Well, Miss Faye? It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? Defense has no objection. Very well. Court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand.
Witness, please state your name and occupation. Yes.
My name is Phoenix Wright.
My job is, well, right now I guess I'm a suspect.
No, he means what did you do before you were arrested?
Oh, I was a university student. Mr. Wright, you understand that you're suspected in the death of your fellow student, Doug Swell. But I didn't do it.
I keep trying to imitate what someone with a cold would sound like, but it's not working out.
I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm telling you what...
Would the defendant please refrain from passing on his cold to the rest of us?
It seems the witness has something he wants to say.
Well then, Mr. Wright. Please tell us about your relation to the victim.
Right away, Your Honor.
Name, occupation, Phoenix Wright.
Playable character in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
And only that one.
The victim and I. I admit I was there, but I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to a stuck-up British wannabe.
British? I see. So you hardly knew the victim.
Right, like I said, I'm not a killer.
Looks like you just understands. You're being naive, you know? Too naive.
It seems like you've forgotten one small thing, young lady.
And that would be?
This witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination.
Cross-examination? He's right, and it's the defense's duty to carry out a cross-examination. The purpose is to determine if a witness's testimony contains any contradictions. Contradictions? If a witness is lying, the statements will conflict with the court record. Mr. Wright is my client! Even if he is your client, in court all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, see? What does he mean by that? Is he saying the testimony just now? There was a lie, a contradiction. Now then, your cross-examination if you please, Miss Faye. Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying. You wouldn't do that to me, would you? Yeah. It's already bad enough, like, wearing a mask like this. And having it cover your nose and face when you know you're sick and coughing it all in there. But the way it's flying all over his face.
Hi, Mel.
Yeah, you were there, you're not a killer, you hardly knew the guy who gave me, but why do you call him a stuck-up British wannabe? Mr. Wright, you cited the following in testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. That's right, I mean, why would I even... But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say that the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe? Well, Mr. Wright. No, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer, I swear. Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How was it that you knew the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe? Yes, well... He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. A what? How will you know that? Are you certain you saw the Union Jack? I don't know what that is. Yeah, I'm sure. It was right there with his back. Miss Face, there's some point to his line of questioning. Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. Oh, as you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back. To be fair, now that I'm looking at it for longer, okay, yeah, sure. But on the... Okay, yeah, you can see there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Okay. I didn't know that's what it's called. Okay. Wait a minute, he's wearing a leather jacket. The Union Jack was at the back of the t-shirt he was wearing. I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. If that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? It's a person named Jack, who's in the Union, who's British! They call the flag a tricolor. Almost every flag in Europe has three colors. The tricolore, maybe. The tricolore. The French, what do you expect? You'd have no idea at all what he was wearing underneath that jacket. Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me. Please forgive me. Mia, you've made our client cry. Let him. That P on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyways. I believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was all wrong.
That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. Quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime.
Uh-oh. Did I go too far? The German flag on your bow and... No, I don't think I will. I don't think the colors of the German flag fit very well with my general vibe.
By the way, Mr. Ray, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it?
Yeah, I took some, but...
What's the medicine? And you took an over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X? Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good. Wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer Eggs? Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now? Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere.
You lost it. Does this even have anything to do with the case?
Mr. Ray, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now? Huh? Thank you for the pasta chat. Oh, and no Larry. Your Honor, I'd like you to take a look at another photo from the crime scene.
What's this? In a victim's hand, it's Cold Killer X! But even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to. Especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it. But... sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine. Dropped by Mr. Wright and hid it in his hand. His purpose in doing so can only have been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright.
We saw the watch on the arm though, so I'm assuming the time it's showing has something to do maybe with the case. Let's see.
Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence.
Very well. Court will accept them into the record. Victim's watch stopped at the time of death, that's what I'm saying. A thumb clutched in the victim's hand covered in Wright's fingerprint.
Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken.
Okay.
Yes, it ceased functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all this?
This is really bad. Oh, but those were poor Howard. Stop talking about your hemorrhoids! Yes, my trekking has gone completely off the rails as well. Nice. Love that for myself. If you were able to hear my back crack, considering how far away I actually sit from my microphone, that would be scary, I think. Truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building. We talked for a bit.
Around 3, we split up. Then later, when I went back, I found him lying there. I've been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days, but I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident.
Mr. Wright, that's completely different from the testimony you gave previously.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you would believe the truth. You forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible.
Miss Faye, please begin your cross-examination. Please, Mr. Wright, don't tell any more lies. Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated you should meet at 2:45?
Yeah, we were both there right on time.
You said the victim was in a pharmacology. Do you say it with a C? Pharmacology department, correct?
Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, okay.
Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU.
An alchemist? I see.
The guy babe was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that ran on high voltage electricity.
Fascinating. He sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man. Maybe I should ask him for some more details. About the pharmacology department. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department.
Okay, sure. I don't know all that much though. A little bit earlier in the testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. That's right, and they sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high voltage cables everywhere. High voltage cables. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Is it pharmacology? Or pharmacology? Like, now both sound wrong. No. Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. The high voltage cables run overhead around the roof. Finally, I think we're getting somewhere. Forbidden around 3, we split up. Later when I'm back on line there, we talked to fulfill that one. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. No. New penalty, thank you. I love taking penalties. Around lunchtime. What's around lunchtime? Shortly before 12 then. I didn't do anything. Even Dolly. Oh god, fuck yeah, I remember. Youch. And the victim had approximated the time of his death, and then defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason. Not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either. Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright. Your testimony cannot be true. Ooh, Stu. What do you mean? I knew it was too much work for a little girl. Shut the fuck up. However, there's one mystery that still remains. There is, Your Honor. How the murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct? Well, that is... You are correct, Your Honor. How exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? If we could somehow establish how it was done, maybe we could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose. Sure! Your Honor. Yes, Miss Faye. I believe that if we were to piece together everything we've heard up until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died. That would be most impressive. Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. Even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of the court, yes. An attorney must be able to substantiate arguments with evidence. Of course I know that. I'd totally forgotten about that. Now then, Miss Faye, let me see what you've got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted. As for the cause of death, I say this picture captures it quite well. What? There's nothing that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here. No, just a sparkling cable right above him, right? I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail. Miss Faye, where exactly in this photo is the murder weapon? Right here. Naturally, it's right here. That's... What is that? A severed electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor. Remember the testimony we've heard? The machines that pharmacology students use in their experiments require high voltage. And because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere.
So then, the high voltage cable. Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. That is the most likely explanation. That certainly sounds plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, I believe some prayers is in order.
Don't toy with me, old man.
Now, the victim's cause of death may indeed have been a high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was... the defendant.
That much is certainly true.
Yes, and that's not all. We have proof. Irrefutable proof that will establish that Mr. Wright was the murderer.
But what is it?
His fingerprints.
You mean the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. And as you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well.
You mean...
Yes, it was quite clearly imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hand.
What?
I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could have left the print like that. Intent on murder, he squarely pushed the victim towards the severed electrical cable.
I think we can conclude that there's no reason to continue with this cross-examination. Stick a fork in us, we're done. Mr. Crossback. My hemorrhoids never lie. The show's over, Mia. No! I knew the boy was guilty the first time I saw him. No, you're wrong. Mr. Wright is innocent. No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt. The honor. At this time, I'm prepared to render a verdict in this case of... No, fuck you!
Hey!
Do you have something further to add, Miss Ray? Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? You still haven't told us the truth. The whole truth. If you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. I can't. I just can't say it. If I told you what really happened, then I'd be... Oh my god. It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me. It's fake. No matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you and I represent you to the very end.
We've already established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything.
Wait a minute. Mr. Wright, I'll tell you what really happened.
I've already told you, Mr. Wright. There's no need for further...
I did it. Admit it, I pushed him. It's my fault. My fault that Doug Swallow's dead.
Kablam!
Yeah, but see, if you pushed him like this, why is he now lying on his front? Why is no one considering that he's now lying on his front, not on his back? If you pushed him from the front, please, 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 please. What you said, was that the truth? Yes, I was afraid. Afraid that if I told the truth, everyone would think I was the murderer for sure. Why? I should stop trying to imitate someone sick. As things currently stand, we're all absolutely convinced you are. Please give me one more chance to explain. This time I swear I'll tell the whole truth. It'll be okay, won't it, Miss Faye? I believe in you. Thank you. Still can't believe it. He really did push the victim. Feels like my hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem Shake. Why were your hemorrhoids doing the Harlem Shake in 2004? It's 24 right now. Blech. Yeah, he was talking bad about Dolly. I lost my temper and gave him a shot. At that moment I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left I started to get worried. I went back, but he was just lying there dead.
Well, the explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock, and that, as they say, is that.
A simple explanation indeed.
At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. But from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted. But when I pushed him, there weren't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed it.
It's true. Even a doofus like him couldn't miss that. Miss Faye, let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that? Yes, Your Honor. Now give up, Mia. If he's innocent, there must be some kind of evidence somewhere that will prove it. He's such a baby face in this one still. Crazy. A loud noise? And what would you say the loud noise was, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It was like, snap! You know, come to think of it, I wonder what that was.
Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted.
I don't think that would make a snapping noise. You're not qualified to decide that. Sure do, I'm treading on some dangerous ground here. Ask for more details. Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important, so try to remember what it was.
How do I put it? It was like a sharp crack. Could it have been?
Yes, could it have been? Hurry up and tell us.
When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. He fell right on top of it and it broke. That's probably the noise I heard.
Umbrella, huh? Did that umbrella belong to the victim?
Yeah, it was a plastic umbrella, cheap and frail, kind of like the odor. Then again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone.
Miss Faye, what do you think? Is there something important in the testimony just now? Yeah, he fell on top of it. This is it, Mia. The new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No, this cheap umbrella is more than important, it's vital. I want to officially have it entered into the testimony.
How perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy liar.
Court agrees to the defense's request. Witness, please add a bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony. He fell down on top of his cheap umbrella, did he now? Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning?
Come on, if I had mentioned that,
I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier.
What do you mean by that?
Take another look at the crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical pole. You're absolutely right. The conclusion here is obvious. After the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow was still alive.
No! Yes! Get far!
The victim, he moved! Mr. Payne, the umbrella in this photo, where is it now?
Well, it was collected by the police at the crime scene.
Found and presented as evidence immediately. But the victim found broken near an electrical pole at the crime scene.
But the umbrella could have simply been blown there by the wind.
If he fell on top of it. According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. There's simply no way it could have been blown there by the wind. I like that we're making this like the whole the umbrella thing, except there's still no one going on about, wait, if he fell on his back, why have we found him dead on his front? This needs such a long time to come up. I know the smell of the umbrella seems relatively trivial. As long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render final judgment.
No!
Yeah, I mean, pain pain in and of itself is a catastrophe. I must say, I still find it hard to believe that a huge hole has been blown in the prosecution's case by the defendant's testimony. Was allowed someone to happen. Well done, Mia. Mr. Payne, what are you chuckling about?
Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. I was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone.
I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying. Let me guess, you have another witness?
Exactly. And this witness's testimony will be incontrovertible.
Well, who's this witness?
Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne? You don't mean Dolly?
I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own love is a witness to the whole thing. That's right. She was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
What?
I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear.
Bad news. You couldn't be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this.
I've been waiting for this. You can't be serious.
Mia, what do you mean by that? I think this is a good point for us to stop at. Court will now enter 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we will listen to the testimony of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Hawthorne? How do you actually say that? I've always cited Dahlia Hawthorne, but like... it's Haw. It's probably Haw, not Ha. Haw. Yeah!
I've been waiting for this.
It's Hawthorne. Yeah. In my head, it's always been Hawthorne for many years, so I'm just gonna have to get used to saying it differently. Miss Faye, I'm sorry about what happened back there. It's alright. At least you could told us the truth in the end, Mr. Wright. Yeah, I guess I could start to relax then, huh? Relax, my boy. You can't be serious after hiding such important facts. But the next witness is my Dolly, right? She'll save me, I just know she will. Why do you think that? Huh? What do you mean? She's the love of my life, that's why. The love of your life, huh? Would you mind telling me more about you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Sure, no problem. Dolly and I, we first met about 8 months ago right there in this very courthouse. Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer on the side. Anyway, one day she and I just bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. That's why I really think it was fate that brought us together. Since I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here, take a look at this. She gave this to me the day we met as a symbol of our love. Ship it. She had been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off, but before she gave it to me, she said, I want you to carry this. So she gave it to you as a present, I see. This darling little bottle is filled with memories of my darling little Dolly. It certainly is a little bottle, alright. Makes me so happy I show it to everyone I meet. I want to share my happiness with the whole world. A small bottle necklace given to Wright on the day they met, he shows it to everyone. Anyway, so after that, you and Miss Hawthorne started dating? Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. A strange girl asking for a present back like that. By the way, Mr. Wright, the day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne 8 months ago, it wouldn't happen to have been on August 27, would it? Yeah, it was. How do you... This happened on August 27 right here in this courthouse? What's this? A newspaper clipping? Let's see. Murder in the court. Murder? What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Mia, I think I understand what you're trying to say. I think I understand why you suddenly took such a keen interest in this case. You believe there's some connection between these two cases, am I correct? An article! Yeah! But I did then. I hope you don't mind, Mr. Grossberg. I need to finish this myself. Yes, but I'm afraid what you have will not be enough, my dear. I'll go and have a look in the downstairs reading room and see what else I can find. Thank you. Or to do whatever I can to be of help to you, Mia. Looks like recess is about over. We better all get moving. Yeah. Already connecting cases. Honestly, it's a very strong start to this game, I think. I guess so. The recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though. Wow, it's already been over 2 hours. In-game. Not in real life. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Pink, please call your witness.
Next person is someone who witnessed the crime as it happened. Prosecution calls Miss Dahlia Hawthorne to the stand. Hi.
Such a stiff silence. In my long career as a judge, I have been deceived by many witnesses. My job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must admit it radiated a glow of complete sincerity. I can't believe you actually said that.
Oh, now then, witness, could you please say your full name?
Don't worry, sweetie, there's no need to be nervous. Oh, why would you call her sweetie?
If anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I'll cut them right down to size.
I will burst her with my gift. I love how they look straight at me when I say that. Thank you for calming my nerves. You look so nice. I almost feel right at home.
Not at all.
It was nothing. If we may move on now, what is your full name and occupation?
My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I can't say my own name right because I'm stupid. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy University. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence. The honor's all mine.
No, the honor's all mine. Oh, we know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the year. Sir?
Is there something I can help you with?
Just go on and say whatever's on your mind.
I'm sure that there must be some kind of mistake. Beanie wouldn't kill anyone, I just know it.
Yes, I can see why you'd say that. To be a tough witness, alright. Only took her 12 seconds to wrap them all around her little finger.
The honor's all mine!
Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please.
I'd been planning to go back to Feeney's place after class was over. Feeny and Dougie, they were talking behind the building.
Dougie? Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie.
Then suddenly Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed. That's when Feeny noticed that I was there. I went to go and find some other students and they called the authorities.
She really isn't! Like, okay. It's a redhead race she's got going on, I guess, but I'm not seeing it. I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, Fenna didn't do anything wrong.
Young lady, as old as I am, even I recall how hot the flames of young passion can burn. Nevertheless, it is my job to discover the truth. Please, tell us the truth.
But I would never... That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue. What do you mean by that? Please, just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my case in a bunch of paper-thin lies.
You haven't changed a bit, Mia Faye. What's this? So you two are acquainted?
Yes, we've met before. Once. In any case, Miss Faye, the floor is all yours.
It's good to see you again, Madame Faye.
Madame! No one's grandma yet, girlie. Madame! Wait, hold on, really? Dolly has only Are you saying that the victim just collapsed on his own?
Yes.
In other words, the defendant never touched the victim, is that right?
I was watching the whole time. Fee never did a thing to Dougie.
The person for no good reason, I just know the judge will get angry with me. What should I do about her testimony just now? Phoenix is meant to be 21. Yeah. I don't like obviously the older I get, and then go back to replaying these games, it's always like, oh god, I'm older than all of these main characters. Ooh, there was a time when I was a teenager and I thought, oh my god, Phoenix is 21, wow. And now I'm 26, I'm like, he was 21. Female eyes are not very becoming, Miss Hawthorne, so let's drop them, shall we?
What? I would never.
Wow, the biggest crocodile ears I've ever seen.
Miss Faye, I will not allow you to badge it as a witness. I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition. That is, she is now supporting... Please don't glare at me like that. I'm just doing my job.
Now then, Miss Hawthorne. The defendant's palm print was found on Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. It has already been shown that Mr. Wright did, in fact, push the victim. There's no need to try to cover for the defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth. There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything that you saw.
Yeah.
Let's see how long that lasts. I know how old I am.
Yes, Yana, I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony.
So we're finally getting somewhere.
Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. Aha!
But you must have heard this, right? Yana, what do you think of the witness's statement? What? Really? Huh? I am thinking, what do you mean? Hold on. You didn't see the... Okay, wait. Oh, right. Okay, wrong statement. My bad. You didn't hear anything unusual either. That's a fucking lie. There we go. Whoopsie! I know what I want to say. I just need to say to the right thing. You say you didn't hear anything unusual, is that correct?
Yes, that's why I was very relaxed looking at the scenery around me.
That's nice, but I find that just a little odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright, and he clearly testified to the fact that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud noise.
He said that?
If you were really that close to the two of them, why didn't you hear this noise as well?
Well, maybe the noise just wasn't all that memorable.
According to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise like a snap. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression.
May I have a moment to answer?
By all means.
I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise.
Think quick!
You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on. I was listening to music at the time.
Oh, really?
Headphones? You mean that both of your ears were covered? The rain was just beginning to let up. It seemed as though Thor wasn't ready for his fun to come to an end yet, but the sky continued to flash and rumble.
Thunder and lightning, huh?
Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder, so I put my headphones on to block it out. Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there weren't any contradictions in her testimony after all.
Wait a sec, me in a testimony just now? She said something that could totally change this whole case.
There was lightning.
Your Honor, there's a problem with the witness's testimony. What do you mean? Didn't you notice? She said there was lightning, correct? Yes, what about it? Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere, am I right? Now's not the time for a science lesson, Miss Faye. Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, isn't it possible that the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning? The chances of getting hit by lightning are low, but never zero. Submit that the thought had not occurred to me. What kind of thoughts do occur to this guy? This entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Dog Swallow was murdered, but the very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow was in fact the victim of a stray bullet. It appears the defense may be onto something. Could it be that the death was actually accidental? Alright, did it, Mia? I'll be taking that not guilty now if you don't.
I'm heard that you have such a low opinion of me, Miss Faye.
Huh?
I'm not a fool, you know. Prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. We found that there were no lightning strikes on a day at that location. But what's more, we have evidence that the electrical cable is definitely linked to this case.
Evidence, Mr. Peck. Well, what is this evidence?
This affidavit.
Fuck! Ooh! It's been a while since we had that word and I still don't remember how to say it properly. Where's this affidavit from?
The pharmacology students who were conducting experiments in the labs that day. Allow me to read out the code to the court the testimony of the pharmacology students. All equipment in the labs lost power all of a sudden at around 3 p.m. that day.
Was it a blackout?
All of the lab's equipment runs in high voltage, Your Honor.
So you're saying the equipment lost power because...
Precisely. They lost power because of the severed electrical cable. The power outage occurred at approximately 3 p.m.
Which fits with the time of death listed in the autopsy report.
Exactly. In other words, the victim died as a result of touching the severed electrical cable. According to the students, the cables were very old. Affidavit.
Rough. Let me see.
Affidavit.
Pronunciation. Oh no! Oh, absolutely not. No. Affidavit. What? American pronunciation. Okay, what's the British pronunciation? The same.
Affidavit.
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 Okay, whatever the fuck.
They were planning on having them replaced in the near future.
I see. Apparently the cables had
become so brittle that even the smallest bump would have caused them to break.
However, there's one thing that troubles me. If the cable could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have snapped if it hadn't been bumped into, correct?
Well, I suppose you could say that.
Miss Faye, do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cable? Your Honor, I don't like how this is looking one bit. I have to come up with something to try to regain some momentum. If you it pleases the court, the defense would like to state its opinion. Well then, let's hear it. Oh, what was it that caused the cable to break? It's not looking good. Your Honor, please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony. The defendant's testimony? He said that after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. This happened at around 3 p.m., correct? Yes, that sounds right. Are you saying that the lab equipment lost power at 2:55, which fits right into Mr. Wright's timeline? In other words, it was Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage.
Yes, the prosecution also came to that same conclusion. And it was the very shaft that caused Mr. Swallow to be electrocuted.
I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne.
What's that supposed to mean?
Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shot. See the umbrella? It's by the electrical pole. That's right, the victim banged into that pole as a result of being pushed. It was that impact that caused the cable to break. Well, that makes sense. And then the victim was electrocuted. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but no. It doesn't make sense at all. If the victim was shoved into the far pole, then he couldn't have been electrocuted by the severed cable in the foreground here. In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim. Limitations of anime have longed to hear them. It's true, the defense is absolutely correct. There doesn't seem to be any way the defendant could have... Mr. Judge, sir, may I say something? You already did! The Madame Attorney's explanation. She said some things that are a little different than I remember them. Please, just once more. May I please testify one last time? Please, Mr. Judge. Stop fake crying! Of course it's alright. Just go right ahead and give your new testimony. This is it. It's finally starting to show her true colors. The sorrowful limitations of her rusty heart. I miss that game. Truth is, Feeny pushed him twice. First time was into the electrical pole. That's when the cable broke. Then Dougie tried his best to run away from him. Feeny caught up and crashed into him from behind. Cable snapping and Dougie being electrocuted all occurred in less than a minute. I'm aware. So after being shot, the victim got up and tried to run away. And that is when the defendant...
That was when the defendant pushed it for the second time.
I'm so sorry, Feeny, but I just have to tell the truth. You're lying! Am I doing the right thing? Am I, Mr. Judge? Of course you are, my dear. As painful as it may seem, you are. Now then, Miss Faye, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
You're lying, liar, liar, pants on fire.
But you're wearing a dress, so I'm just gonna set fire to your whole entire being, I guess. Welcome to a summer heat mood. That's enough, witness.
Wait, I don't understand.
You will in a minute. Could you please take a look at this picture?
Oh, that medicine. That's the one Feeny likes to take for his cold.
It's not the medicine I want you to look at. It's a wristwatch. It stopped at the precise time the victim was electrocuted. In other words, 3:05. Yes, and your point is, Miss Faye? My point is this. What time was it when the lab suffered a power outage due to the cable snapping?
Well, according to the student's testimony, the answer is clear. It was 2:55.
Would you care to explain to the court, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne, what exactly happened during this 10-minute interval? The defense proposes that it was during this interval that the real murderer killed Mr. Dog Swallow.
This is nonsense. The real murderer?
Even you can't deny that the time between the cable breaking and the electrocution are completely unaccounted for.
Then who was it? Who else are you saying could have done it?
There's only one person who could have murdered Mr. Swallow. Only after my client had left the scene. Was there a window of opportunity for the real killer?
Ugh, my nail broke. Owie.
Miss Faye, is the defense ready to addict someone as this real killer? Yes, absolutely. It's finally time. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
I've been waiting for this.
Yes, Yana, we are ready. Very well, but remember, if you accuse the wrong person, you will be penalized. Very carefully before you speak, Miss Faye. Now then, Miss Faye, let's have it. Who is the real killer? It could only have been you, Dahlia Hawthorne.
How can you? Defense is grasping at straws.
10 minutes passed between the time the cable broke and the time of the electrocution. What exactly were you doing that whole time, Miss Hawthorne? Were you really listening to some music while cheering them both on as they fought? I find it hard to believe that you didn't lift a finger to stop the man dearest to you. Miss Faye. What? I mean, why? That is to say... Miss Hawthorne, I believe you did witness a two-man fighting on a day. However, after Mr. Wright pushed the victim and subsequently left the scene, it was you who pushed Mr. Swallow to his death by your very own hands. How can you say something so mean, Madame Faye? Stop calling me Madame. I didn't do anything. Miss Faye, this is a very serious charge. You are... Your Honor, please, I have something I want to say. You, what is it? Please strike everything the defense said just now from the record. Are you daft? You're totally wrong, Miss Faye. Dolly, she could do something like that. Mr. Wright, get back in your seat. Bailiff, grab that man. Leave my Dolly alone. Bruh. That boy. He's gotten himself in way over his head. Oh, Mr. Grossberg, you're back. It seems I've arrived just in the nick of time. I found a police report on an incident in your newspaper clip.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Gotta take a good look at it. Get that. Details how you came to lose your boyfriend. Now then, the defense has made a very serious accusation. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, really, Your Honor, Can
I actually read that police report? Oh yeah, I can. District Courthouse Cafeteria, Diego, Amanda, Lawyer, Hawthorne. Amanda ingested poison while interviewing the suspect regarding another case. Traces of poison were found in the victim's coffee cup. No poison was found in the vicinity on the suspect's person. It is unclear how the poison entered the victim's coffee cup.
Diego!
Can I interrupt you for just a moment, Mr. Prosecutor?
There's two more, my dear, I have the situation well in hand. Go right ahead.
Madame Faye, are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet doggy? Yes, I am. Not only am I saying you murdered Dog Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright.
I told you that you should let me handle this. Sorry, please go ahead.
How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Phoenix. The notion that they would try to frame him is ludicrous. This is all just too much for poor little me to bear. You're calling yourself poor little you? Ew. I believe the girl is trying to ask what on earth the motive would be. The answer to that lies somewhere in this police report. It must. 8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement cafeteria of this building. And then, same day, the two of them accidentally meet. Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Further testimony? What about? About the events of the day when she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What could that possibly have to do with this case?
The witness claims that she has no reason to frame the defendant, am I correct? Well, I have evidence that suggests that she in fact had a very good reason. Very well then, the court grants the defense's request. Young lady, would you mind staying on for just a bit longer?
Of course not, Mr. Judge.
You're ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne. Hate this woman. Sorry. I cannot act like someone who doesn't know this game. I do try to keep my reactions like a little, you know, so people who don't know these games yet don't get spoiled just for me reacting weirdly to certain characters, but I detest this woman. I cannot not act like this.
I first met my darling Feeny 8 months ago. I thought we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. I've been going out ever since that fateful day. You're so lovey-wovey, really to make people sick. It's just jealousy, I think.
What? Phoenix? Mr. Wright, do that again, you will be held in contempt of court. You detested it even before you knew the game? Yeah, okay, fair. Now we enter the final act of our little drama. As we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her.
Yeah! Get her! Get him! Get him!
Courthouse reading room? That's a strange place to meet the love of your life.
It's not true, Madame Faye. After all, Feeny was not only an art student, but he was also planning on becoming a lawyer.
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. What was a literature student like you doing in a courthouse reading room?
This line of questioning is a waste of time. It has nothing to do with our murder case.
Miss Faye, I'm warning you. If this has nothing to do with Mr. Swallow's case, remember the judge is on Dahlia's side. I better tread carefully. No, keep going. Your Honor, if you'll allow me some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. Please ask her to continue on with the testimony. Very well. Young lady, I've got a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the courthouse reading room?
If it pleases Your Honor, the answer is simply this. I had come to this courthouse to do some research for a paper I was writing.
Yeah? Yeah? You came to write a paper? You weren't here because you were a suspect in a murder case? Just, you know. Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, were you? Didn't you actually come here for a much more important reason? I don't understand why she would even try and lie about this in the first case. It's like, hey, why were you here on this specific date? I was here to write a paper. You were a suspect in a murder case some months ago. You don't think people have like files on this? Notes on this? Because of half the webtoons you're reading having similar characters? Oh, well, just stay tuned.
What's the meaning of the cocky smile on your face, Miss Faye?
8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy.
Another tragedy?
She expected me to have access to the file. Fair. I mean, to be fair. No, but Dahlia is aware of her existence. I mean, yeah. You mean the incident in which an attorney was poisoned? The name of the suspect in the incident is listed here in this report. And her name is Dahlia Hawthorne. She is. Yes, the sweetie pie of everyone's eyes, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. She was the prime suspect in a criminal case just 8 months ago. Dun dun dun! This is unbelievable. It's true then. The loveliest rose can hide
Miss Faye, that's not fair. You can't slander my witness with an unrelated case. I, Winston Payne, will not allow it. Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking. Pardon me. Go right ahead. Yesterday, about 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me.
Express some interest, huh?
Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth.
No one in these games has ever told the truth under oath. Like, come on.
I did not commit the crime that occurred during that incident 8 months ago.
I see. Okay, I've tied the two crimes together. Just got to stay on the offensive. Well done, Mia. Oh, you really define my heart and my buttocks. Why do you speak like that? I can't tell which is more inflamed, my spirit or my hemorrhoid. Stop! Mensch! Who wrote... Listen. Grossberg is an okay character. Like, he's not up there. He's okay-ish. He's not up there in my faves. He's okay for what he does. But why does he mention his hemorrhoid so often? Is why he's called Grossberg? I see. Hi, Raiders. Great timing. Lovely seeing you. I'm new and like the color pink version of the JRPGs, and we're playing Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. We just got started today, so we're still in the very first case. Welcome in. Hello. What were you arting? Let's Pikachu for the Raiders, of course.
Pikachu. Pika. Pikachu.
Game of all time. Is Trials and Tribulations your favorite? I don't actually know which Ace Attorney I would call my favorite. If you're talking modern times Ace Attorney, I wouldn't know. But great Ace Attorney has its own place in the Hall of Fame. I need this man to stop talking about his hemorrhoids, please.
I'm not denying I was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a moment, and that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison that is lethal, just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that.
Why do you know so much about it in the first place? If I was so immaculate. Valid. Very valid. It's narratively peak. Well, I'm trying to make it somewhat, or at least somewhat make it through this one before the investigation remake comes out, so I can play that relatively close to release. So that's what happened here 8 months ago.
However, as you've heard from the witness's testimony, she had nothing to do with it. I think her defense is just about out of tricks.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne, but I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today. And I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of this cross-examination. Your favorite is investigations too. That's fair. I cannot talk about that one yet. Except for the hands of flavor.
What the? Why does the defense suddenly feel stronger?
Because I'm power scaling right now. Mia, you glowing with the true lawyer's aura, Medea. Her posture and self-confidence, absolutely smashing.
You wouldn't know where to get a poison like that, but you were dating a guy studying pharmacology.
Are you so excited?
Ah, yeah.
I never played Investigation so far yet, at all. So, something very shorter 2000s about Dahlia's look. To be fair, considering the game's release, she would very much fit that time, so. You wouldn't know how to get a kind of poison, I don't believe you. I see what you mean, though. Yeah. I mean, she has very, very pronounced eyelashes. And the hair... Yeah. It's almost as if designers are inspired individuals of the time. No, but I can see it. I can see it. In fact, you had easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab. Boyfriend? You mean the victim, Doc Swallow? That's right. Up until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University.
Pharmacology.
His laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the corporate could never have obtained such a rare and special poison.
Absolutely, get some dinner and some rest. Thank you.
Well, Miss Hawthorne, it seems you had access to such a poison after all. And then, it was a matter of slipping it into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. The only person who could have done that was the one sitting at this very table, you. Technically, she's standing here, but I'll let it go. Could it be?
That's nothing but a baseless accusation.
Please say something, Madame Faye. What is it, Miss Hawthorne?
The amount of poison in the coffee was 2
teaspoons.
Teaspoons, right? In order to carry that much liquid, you would need some kind of container.
Oh, yes, that's true.
That was searched immediately after the incident took place. Quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down.
But they didn't find a suspicious container anywhere, did they? She's right. They even mention it in the report. Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something that small.
Excuse me, madame, but this is a court of law. If you're saying you threw the poison container away, I think you need to show some kind of proof.
Proof? She gotta go with that. And I'm gonna get her even better. To provide some evidence, I'll have to disallow this line of questioning, Miss Faye. So we can come up with some evidence, we're going to lose his lead. Please conduct a full body search of Dahlia and of the entire courthouse. I need a container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred. If you're going to accuse the young lady of committing the murder, where's the container the poison was carried in? What happened to it? You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on to someone that had nothing to do with the case. Someone you knew wouldn't be searched. Who is this person? Mr. Phoenix, right? Of course.
So the defendant was his witness's accomplice?
Of course not. She gave the poison to him, disguised it as a present.
But that's...
It's a charming little necklace. This is a little bottle. It's really quite cute. So what about it? What does it mean, Miss Faye? The day that the witness met and fell for Mr. Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago, August 27, the very same day as the poisoning incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present. All for the purpose of hiding the one piece of evidence that would give her away. And I mean this with all the love in my heart and suspending my disbelief, but why the hell did she have a fucking parasol open inside a closed, like, inside a building, inside a library? Like, girl, I know this is some kind of fashion accessory to you, but you are inside. Why do you have your fucking open? What? Are you saying there's a deadly poison here? Yes. Please don't throw it away. No, there's no longer any poison in that bottle. However, I'm certain if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount.
Hold up.
On behalf of Dahlia, I object.
Mr. Wright, control yourself. I won't let you bully her like this.
Mr. Wright, I thought I told you to stay in your seat. Mr. Wright, why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her? Why?
Because you're badly in love with her.
Yeah. Madly in love. I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time. Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this? Why exactly would a woman like Dahlia Hawthorne want to date you anyway?
Well, I guess she must be madly in love with me too.
Mr. Wright, please, open your eyes. At this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The real reason that Dahlia Hawthorne is dating you is
She's madly in love with you.
because of the necklace. She keeps asking you to give it back. Dahlia Hawthorne was not and is not madly in love with you. The only thing she's after is that bottle necklace you love to wear around your neck.
My necklace?
Back there in the waiting room, you said it yourself.
She's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Yeah? Please give it back now.
For Dahlia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of a crime. That's why she absolutely has to get it back.
You're lying.
We never gave it back to her. To make things worse for her, you insisted on showing it to everyone you met. That's why she...
I don't believe you.
No, that's a lie! Why is he so emotional? Jesus Christ. Phoenix at 21 is... He's getting away! Whoa. Hello. Yeah, are you alright? Yes, I think so.
Boy, you went completely insane.
Where's Mr. Wright? Looks like the bailiff caught him, so he should be back soon enough. Thank goodness. Oh no.
What is it?
The bottle necklace. Miss Hawthorne's present. It's gone.
What? That's terrible.
Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when he slammed into me.
Foolish boy.
That's the only thing I could have saved him.
What in blazes are we supposed to do now?
You've always felt like there was such a disconnect between young Phoenix and the main Phoenix. Wait, how old is Phoenix in the very first game when you start as him? 25? 28? God, I can never remember how old anyone in this game is. I mean, I guess he was blinded by love in this case, but still. Like, yes. I don't know. Will you soon be the same age as Phoenix, right? How old is he? Wait, actually.
As attorney Phoenix Wright.
In the first start.
Phoenix, how old are you?
In the first game. Say how old you are in any of these. No? Please? It should. It probably is listed somewhere, but I'm just too stupid to find it right now. 24! 24! That was close. 24, not 25. Okay. He might be a bit more over the top than Larry Butts. It's only 3 years between this and the first game, then. This sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court. I'm sorry.
I'm afraid your apology is not enough.
Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace?
Forgive me, I'm sorry.
It's okay, just give back the necklace.
I can't. I ate it.
Why is he like this? Also, why is my Wi-Fi fucking up? Come on, please.
I eated it. I made you a cookie, but I eated it.
You what? You, you, you ate it? It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first, but yeah. What kind of material was that necklace made out of that you could chew it in the first place, my guy? Please. Please, tracking, please. Please, Wi-Fi, I am begging you to work. No. Ooh. Okay, I don't know. I will be moving sometime. Again, maybe. Ever. What? What is he doing now? Your Honor, you've got to stop the trial. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? The bottle you swallowed may have had some poison left in it.
It seems the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. But thank you for the height of time. Clearly the bottle did not contain a deadly poison.
Hello, pretty much anything in these trials, and no one's ever held in contempt of court, and that was very refreshing to see in attorney of the king. Because, like, hey, people say a bunch of shit, they actually are held in contempt of court for once. Yay! How can you be so sure?
I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. As for the poison, more like a fledgling defense attorney's overactive imagination.
So it would seem. There must be some mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. Either that or the poison must have lost its potency.
There, it's alright, rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do, and it's heartwarming to see that you placed this much faith in Mr. Wright. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side, too. For example, I would trust the witness Miss Hawthorne with my very life. I don't think you should do that. Which is why I can state that your assessment of her is completely wrong.
That's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Faye, I cannot accept your explanation of the events. But why? This may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand, but in the court of law, evidence is everything. Even after I proved so much, is she going to get away with everything? Well, now that the suspicion surrounding Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up, I would like to proceed with the trial. Mr. Wright! I'm sorry, Miss Faye. It totally slipped my mind. I'm really, really sorry. I know you believed in me, and I feel like I've really let you down. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say?
Thank you.
There's something I forgot to tell you. What is it? The day I bet Dog Swallow.
You told me to stay away from her because she's evil.
You shouldn't see her anymore. Yes, we have seen this. This is the third time we see this scene. Something you need to know about that girl. Last night someone stole some poison from our lab. Poison? The same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time too. Could only have been her. That girl is a thief. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. Yeah. Good thing you only remember that right now. Is it true? Did he really say that?
That's ridiculous.
That's what both think after I pushed him that day. I got worried and came back to have a look. But she was there. Dolly was right there. She was crouched down next to him. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but I'm sorry, Dolly. Your Honor, this is... The defendant is... Miss Faye, you tell him. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. I am going to tell them. She did! Dolly saw poison 8 months ago too, huh? If you put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, there's only one possible conclusion. Defense believes that Miss Dahlia Hawthorne stole some poison the night before she killed Doug Swallow. Night before? Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone. It's fair. If you're still certain of your theory, then let me ask you this. This is your last chance. Think carefully now. There's something that she desperately wanted to get back, therefore... Exactly who was Miss Dahlia Hawthorne planning to kill? There was one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way, and that person was... Mr. Phoenix Wright. Me? Yes, you! That's preposterous. After all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered. Well, it's true that that's how things worked out. But let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was, in fact... you, Phoenix Wright. There's no one else that it could be. How can that be? I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were in love. Oh, Mr. Wright, this must be killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice, I swear. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that incident 8 months ago. The one piece? That's right. The bottle necklace. That's all she cared about. Even so, why would she go so far as to murder him? 8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in the basement cafeteria, Dahlia Hawthorne could think of only one thing. How to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible. It can't be. It was a pretty good move she made too. The evidence was missing for a long time. There was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. To him, the tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met. You mean that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright? Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence. That can't be true! Get over yourself, Phoenix! This woman tried to kill you! Feeny, what a joke you are. Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? I've even told you time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me. Miss Hawthorne. It appears that we're nearing the end of this trial. Fine. I can tell you plan to make me into a criminal no matter what I say. You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne. We'll see about that. First, where's your evidence? It seems your sniveling little crybaby of a client has eaten a bottle as a snack. Well, hey, old man, are you senile or something? Why did you say something instead of sitting there with that dumb look on your face? Miss Hawthorne, what's happened to you? Are you really that shocked? Do you prefer me this way, Mr. Judge? Oh, so you no. Absolutely no proof. You treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now, if you don't mind. We're not finished. Fine. Then ask this nasty old hag to finish up already. Can let her get away this time. Stop, Mia. If you keep on pushing without any evidence, if you could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer. Ultimate price? You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid. No. You better think it over carefully, Miss Faye. Or should I say Miss Gray? Well, Miss Faye, can you provide evidence that would establish her guilt once and for all?
Yes.
If I mess up here, my career as a lawyer is over. To be honest, at this point, I don't have any evidence as well-founded. Even so, I'd rather lose my attorney's badge than to get away with murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof.
Impossible. You can't possibly.
Stupid woman. It's the opinion of the court that there has already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented. Just one. If you're unable to establish your guilt, then I'm afraid that a very harsh verdict will immediately be handed down on Mr. Wright. I understand, Your Honor. Just imagine the headlines for tomorrow's newspapers. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets Eric before she gets a chance to soar. She's planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in there. Well then, Miss Faye, please present your evidence. Show to this court irrefutable proof that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison Mr. Wright. Fact. Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all. Cold Killer X. Phoenix Wright's beloved cold medicine.
Does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold?
If I did, I still wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned. But remember what the defendant said in his testimony? Yeah, he lost his bottle around lunchtime on the day of the accident. Yup. She was the one who took his bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Wright was going to take some.
Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it was the victim, Doc Swallow, that was holding the medicine.
I would like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence? What are you talking about? 8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping. Someone she had accidentally run into the reading room, my client, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, that's right. She did the same thing this time as well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. That is when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying the poisoned bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out a plan to murder Mr. Wright. I believe she did testify that she was going to meet with the defendant. Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and victim were arguing about and the cut electrical cable. That's when she realized I can't allow Doc Swallow to live. She used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had left the scene, came back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she was, as she put it, in a state of panic. Recall, she was carrying a bottle of poison cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago?
8 months ago?
Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the same way she did back then. She had someone else hold it. In this case, Doc Swallow. Swallow. I hate that word. The more often his name comes up. Wow. Come on now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you? Stupid woman. She's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Huh? Yes, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation.
I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. So, Miss Hawthorne. It's cold medicine. I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Well, Mr. Wright ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us. I dare you to take some of this medicine right now.
I double dare you!
There it is.
Do you think you've won? Or do you, Mia Fey?
Yes.
It's just fine.
For the time being. Victory is yours. For the time being?
Oh, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again. I'm certain of it. Well then, Mr. Judge. I'll see you later too, okay?
Yes.
I'm going to go spend a little quality time with the man in blue now. I wish you all the best.
You can't turn down double there. Ooh. It's finally all over.
I refuse to accept this. The offense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support the outrageous claim.
Even so, your witness seems to have accepted it.
I don't care, I'm winced in pain.
Yeah, wincing in pain.
I don't believe one word that this rookie lawyer has said.
Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Would you care to try this cold medicine?
What?
It's a little early. I could have sworn you said... You addressed the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with your very life. So she's so trustworthy. And I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison here, right? Thanks to name in Japanese is not...
Yeah. There's a lot of naming differences and setting differences between the original Japanese version of these games and the version we got here.
Well, you see, yeah.
And here comes the back pedal. Come on now, rookie killer. Show this rookie how it's done. How much trust do you really have for this woman?
Are you willing to bet your life?
Eat your hamburgers, Apollo! Goodbye.
It also makes for watching the anime a very interesting experience if you've never heard the Japanese names before and you're just sitting there like, huh?
Mr. Peng, about Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Yes, Your Honor. I filed papers for immediate arrest.
Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning.
Sure.
Don't lie, just admit you were wrong. By the way, Miss Faye? Yes, Your Honor. Was it just me or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne seem to know each other? Your Honor, whether we did or not has no bearing on this case. Very well. Mr. Peng.
It can't be happening. It's a nightmare. It's a blah.
It appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his head. Does the defendant have anything further to say?
That'd be true, my dear. Oh yeah, the outtakes for the English dub of the anime are A+.
Very well then. I believe I'm ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. Court finds the defendant Phoenix right!
Hot Milky!
Court is adjourned!
Adjourned.
My game ball. Mia, you were wonderful in there. Thank you for everything, Mr. Ghostbird. During the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode like Mount Vesuvius. Mr. Ghostbird, do you maybe think you could stop talking about them? That's rather rude.
Is it?
Anyway, this case really made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with a client? Perhaps it is we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this. Oh, Mr. Wright, congratulations! Thanks. You know, I was thinking... Go on. The Dahlia I saw up there in the witness stand, I don't think that was really her. What? Yeah, Dahlia could never have said those kinds of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, fake or something. Hey, this poor kid still hasn't got a clue. You need to forget about her, Mr. Wright, for your own sake. You're right, that's probably for the best. Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little. But, out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up. What kind of company does this guy keep? Right now, I'm starting to become a lawyer myself. That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department. Oh, yeah, I am. But there's a friend that I desperately want to help. If I hurry, that I should still be able to save him in time. I see. Say, Miss Faye, a lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right? Mr. Wright, I'm still new at this myself. But I think that's exactly what a lawyer is. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'll study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we see each other again someday. Maybe even at court. Yeah. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. Became a lawyer like I planned and managed to save my friend. 5 years. But then he would be 25. Oh, whatever. Mia's passed on to a better place. Oh, okay. Amita's trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. And memories that I thought would never rise to the surface again. Mia's gone now. But even so, I can hear her in my mind. Phoenix, believe in yourself. No matter what, always believe in your kind. In a court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief. 5 long years. Something has happened that's made me think back to her words of wisdom. But that's a story for another day.
Episode 1, Turnabout Memories. The end. Yay! Woo!
2 hours for the tutorial case. Oh, let's jump into this one.
The time is 1 AM. Beep, 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 beep.
Detective, we made it! What a relief. That the jewel is still safe. Haha, you said it, pal. Must have been our rock-solid security that scared him off. Would you mind opening a safe just to double-check? We've been hacked! Up front, guards! Turn on the searchlights! Better luck next time, gentlemen. Excuse me, but I'm afraid I must be leaving now. Look at that fucking animation. We shall meet again when the next moon is full. I don't remember this case. I'm gonna be honest, I do not remember this case. Hey Nick, get a load of this. Are you listening to me? You can clean the toilet later, this is important. What are you freaking out about now?
Today will be the last time you talk to me that way.
Huh?
We're about to hit the big time.
Big time. What do you mean by we? You don't mean you and me or... Don't be silly.
I'm talking about me and Curly, of course. Hello, it's a pleasure to see you again, Mr. Nick.
I feel like I shouldn't give her as much of a cutesy voice, but how old is she in this one? 10? Animation budget for this game is 3 cents. A cup of coffee. Let's go! Balls, you haven't changed a bit. Wait, what are you doing here anyway?
Haven't you heard, Mr. Nick? Here, take a look at this.
What's this? Some kind of poster. There's a treasure exhibition, the Sacred Urn. Aha, Forbidden Village, isn't that? That's right, it's our hometown, Pearly and mine, that is. What's this about treasures from the boonies? Very funny. You can love all you want. Still a oh god. You'll be singing another tune tonight. Tonight? What about tonight?
Treasures of Kurain exhibit doesn't actually start until next week, but promoters sent us some special VIP entry passes.
That's why I dressed up extra special today. You are wearing the same clothes as you are.
What do you think, Nick?
Same Maya, different day. This young lady here is Maya Fey. The younger sister of Mia Fey, my friend and mentor. I first met her 2 years ago. I was working on the case surrounding Mia's death, and ever since then, I've been the one who's been keeping his law office afloat from behind the scenes. Actually, it's just a cover for a true identity. In reality, she's a spirit medium and a bit of a shady character.
Hey, who are you calling shady?
And this little girl is Pearl Fey, but I usually call her Pearls. She's Maya's cousin and a spirit medium in training herself.
I know I'm a bit young, but I want to help in any way I can, Mr. Nick.
You are also very strong, little girl. Don't worry. Kurain Village is the home of the mysterious Kurain channeling technique, and Maya here is the daughter of the Kurain School of Channeling's master. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's no joke. I've seen her power with my own eyes. It's a real thing, alright? To Nick, how long are you going to make two gorgeous women like us wait?
Yes, Mr. Nick, I can't wait any longer. I want to see the exhibit.
Looks like I don't get a choice here. Might as well head on out. Hey! Lordly Taylor, city's fanciest and most expensive department store. Treasure exhibit, huh? I have to admit I'm pretty impressed. Ooh. Wow, this is awesome! Yeah, you can make even the cheapest junk look great. It depends on how you display it.
Oh, the inn of the dusty old hanging skull that was in the Fame Manor storeroom.
Yeah, I remember scribbling on it when I was a little girl. On a family heirloom? Say, Nick, the person in charge of this exhibition is waiting for us in the basement of the house. Alright, so we should go and say hello. Whee! Piece of cloth with a ton of finely written characters jammed onto it. Probably esoteric knowledge only mediums would know. Let's see. Here's a title in English, 108 ways to save money. Pretty sure the number's gone up since the last time I saw it. Always looking for new ways, you know? Being a medium sounds like a rough way. You remember this old folding screen here? Pretty sure it was an important piece of evidence. In that murder case that happened in Kurain Village.
The folding screen is the greatest of all the spirit channeling secrets. The 6-leaf Kurain secret writings folding screen.
If it's so secret, why is it the most prominent thing in the exhibit? Because no one who comes to visit here can actually read anything on it.
Mystic Maya, look! I can't believe it!
So cute! It's a little diorama of Kurain Village. Yeah, look at that. Somehow it seems to reek of dirtiness.
Mystic Maya, it's your house! It even says Fame Manor on it!
Yikes, you're right. I kinda want to have the famous in front of it. Don't do it, man. I might get mad. Oh, man. It's so cute. Yep, this is a basement warehouse, alright.
This place is scary. I feel like a monster could jump out at any time.
Don't be scared, Pearly. I'll protect you. Oh, Mr. Ray. A monster! You were right. Huh? A monster? Oh! Good evening. It's good to see you again. I know you. Nice to see you again too, little miss.
Hello.
Is she a friend of yours, Nick? How do you know her, Pearly? Aha! Nice to meet you. I'm Adrian Andrews. It's all good before. It is not. It is not. I should watch Full Metal Alchemist at some point. I'm in charge of the promotion and planning for this treasure exhibit. I'm also responsible for the security arrangements. Oh, nice to meet you. Adrian sure has changed since we last met. So this is the warehouse. The really valuable exhibit items are still stored away in here. That is good to know. It really has been a long time, hasn't it, Mr. Wright? Nick, what's going on? Who is this woman? Why are you freaking out on me? What? I just thought it'd be more dramatic if I got all worked out. That's all.
Mystic Maya, you shouldn't let him off the hook so easily.
Please, Maya, don't say anything that'll need the pearls further. Mr. Wright was there for me when Mr. Wright was there for me when I really needed help. It was something that happened 7 months ago. You remember, don't you? The nickel samurai case? Not really. I was stuck in a dark wine cellar. Did that escape your memory, Nick? After that, I quit being a manager and started this job. Wow, that's tough. I'm sorry, Miss Andrews. If it wasn't for us... No, don't say that. I'm glad the whole thing happened. Thanks to you and everyone else that was involved, I was able to change my whole life. I really am grateful. That's a relief. I'm really impressed, Miss Andrews. Running a huge exhibition like this must be very tiring. Well, Lordly Taylor is celebrating their 200th anniversary this year. The works on display in the main exhibition hall are worthy of the finest museums.
Woo! Did you hear that, Pearly? The finest museums. Yes, I did. That's really wonderful.
So the space in the warehouse is pretty well protected, huh? Yes, it is. After all, there's some priceless treasures here. Security guards are all very highly trained as well. That's good. So what is with that face she's making? And what can I look at here? No. Ah, there we go.
Mystic Maya, take a look next to the door. That's Mystic Amy, right?
Yes, it's a statue of the woman who invented the Korean channeling technique, Amy Faye. Amy. The statue is on loan from one of the training halls of the Faye branch family. In fact, it just arrived this morning. The statue of the founder of the Korean channeling technique is holding the Shito. Okay. What's a creepy looking thing she's holding? Don't ask me, how should I know? Well, you are the future master, right? Maybe so, but this is the first time I've ever seen this statue. That thing is the Korean Shichishito. It's a ceremonial sword. It's not a real weapon, so the blade isn't sharp. Aww, I wanted to cut something. What are you eyeing me for? Look, it's already 8. Have you all eaten yet? Well, actually. But they made a reservation at the restaurant on the 12th floor. Why don't we all dine together?
Ooh, I like the sound of that. Dine. It sounds so fancy. I have the kids' lunch.
Pearly, it's dinner, not lunch.
Why don't you go for it and really eat your fill with a kids' dinner? Okay, in that case, one kid's dinner for me.
Shall we head upstairs then? After a pleasant evening, all that remained was to wait for the exhibition's opening. It was wonderful seeing Miss Andrews looking so happy. None of us could have imagined that the very next day something terrible would happen.
Dun dun dun.
Classic Ace Attorney.
Nick, this is terrible.
What the? You cleaned the toilet again? I never knew you were such a toilet freak. Give me a break, will you? My brain just hit the snooze button for the 5th time.
I'm going to turn on the TV.
Got an update on the recent treasure heist. Based on clues found at the scene of the crime, authorities have announced that they believe it was work of the renowned phantom thief Mask the Mask. Mask the Mask? According to a spokesperson, Lordly Taylor received a threat letter some days ago. This is the 5th heist by this phantom thief who only targets rare treasure. Lordly Taylor?
Well, Nick, what are you going to do? Can't you dare go back to scrubbing the toilet?
Treasure. Lordly Taylor. You don't think?
Yes, now get up, Nick. It was stolen by Master Mask.
The most valuable treasure. The Korean sacred urn was stolen.
What? What?
What do you mean? Refresh my memory a little. What's a sacred urn?
It's
only the most important treasure in Korean village, that's all. Look, it's right here on the poster. Yeah. Does you remember what's inside? The urn contains a very important soul. Does it still? Namely, the soul of mystic Ami Faye, the founder of the Korean channeling technique. Right, Pearly?
Yes, that's right.
Hold up. I thought that urn had the name Ami written on it. Now it says I am. Any idea how that happened, Pearly? No?
There's some things best left unsolved, wouldn't you say, Mr. Nick?
Yeah. That's right. 1 year ago, there was a murder in Korean village, Maya's hometown. The sacred urn, it turned out to be an important clue in that case. On the treasures of Korean village, supposedly priceless, it looks like a plain old book. Okay, so on a shiny, then it's just sad, so let's see what's next. What's wrong with you, Nick? What do you mean?
What do you mean, what? Mr. Nick! Your beloved Mystic Maya's treasure has been stolen. Doesn't that even bother you?
But I thought the urn was the village's treasure, so I don't see how...
The village is Mystic Maya. She's the future master of the Korean School of Gentlemen. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Nick. I wonder you say you don't.
Okay, I do. So what am I supposed to do about it?
Isn't it obvious? Go and find the bad guy who did this.
Yeah, and get the sacred urn back. But I'm not a detective, I'm a lawyer.
That has nothing to do with this. If you're a real gentleman, you would find it for your beloved Mystic Maya.
Oh man, there's no winning against Pearl's fairy tale image of love. So what's the name of this bad guy again? Mask the Mask, Nick. Make a note of it. Mask the Mask.
It was terrible. I was arrested and everything.
I like that they do give you this information because, I mean, I guess technically there could be people out there who haven't played the other games. But I'll say it again, in a trilogy, I think you should start with the first game of the trilogy instead of the last game of the trilogy. Also, thank you for the Harry time. 1 year ago, the murder in Korean village. A man was killed during one of Maya's spirit channelings, and this urn wound up being the key piece of evidence that proved her innocence.
Mr. Nick? Would you mind not telling Mystic Maya about that? You promised, remember? You said you wouldn't tell anyone about the urn.
Yeah, that's right. I remember. The show used to say Amy on it. Ami. Until Pearls accidentally broke it into a million pieces. She tried to secretly fix it. Let's just say it didn't work out so well.
Sorry, I'm not so good at arts and crafts. Spelling either.
Anyway, this is how her gluing project turned out. She put the pieces together wrong, and now instead of Ami, it says I am. You think you could, like, take it apart again and try once more to fix it, but I can't believe no one's noticed this until now, a whole year later.
Can't believe it myself.
Right.
Right, let's see if we can find some clues that might lead us to the bad guy.
It doesn't look like anything has been disturbed. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same as it did last night.
Bad guy, huh?
Hey, you can poke around here, pal. Al. Wait a minute, that voice. Oh no, not him again.
Hey!
It's you, and I'm the one who should be saying not again.
Why is it that every time something bad happens, you always show up, pal?
I should be asking you that. Aren't there any other detectives? No, I should be asking you that. What are you doing hanging around here? I asked you first. Why are you here any...
Oh, alright, we got it. Why don't you do your kiss and makeup already? Hello. It's been a long time, Mr. Scruffy Detective.
That's you, little missy. I'm not... Actually, my name is Gumshoe. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Now's a good chance for you to try to remember it, right?
And if it's too long for you, you can just call him Dick. Okay, it's good to see you again, Mr. Detective Dick.
Yeah. Good to see you again too, I guess.
I'm sorry, Gumshoe.
Mr. Detective Dick, can you tell us about what happened?
Oh, you're trying to remember my name, atta girl. It's Gumshoe, okay? Anyway, the thief stole something called a sacred urn.
I know about that.
Oh, well, the criminal's name is Master Mask.
I know about that too.
Detective, can you tell us something other than that? Well, I guess I sorta kinda owe you guys, in a way. The crime occurred last night at around 1:30 in the morning. What exactly do you know that? You got an emergency phone call from a guard at the scene of the crime, pal. He said the urn was just stolen. The scene of the crime? You mean here, right? Wrong. The urn was being kept under careful guard in the basement warehouse. Basement warehouse, huh? What I'm thinking here is, does this mean Gumshoe's full name is Richard Gumshoe? Or just Dick?
Who was guarding the basement warehouse?
Okay, it's all his fault that the thief got away, pal. He solves one case and gets all spalled half thinking that he's an ace detective. Ace detective? Detective Gumshoe, about this mask, the mask. Is he famous? What? You're joking, right, Nick? Master Mask is the hottest thing since sliced bread. Sometimes he appears as a museum. Sometimes he appears as a big brown bear known to surprise unsuspecting victims. But underneath those disguises is the true mask, the mask. So he's some kind of master of disguise, huh? And he only goes after the finest works of art, pal. Last night was his 5th heist. If Lordy Taylor had only cooperated, I could have caught him this time.
And you knew he was planning on stealing the sacred urn?
Of course I did. The guy always sends us calling card before he steals something. Calling card, huh? They mentioned that on TV. So why do you call him an ace detective anyway? That's what he calls himself, pal. I didn't make it up. So, what's he like? Well, like I told you, Master Mask has made 5 heists so far. On the 4th heist, Mr. Ace Detective managed to get the stolen treasure back.
Wow, that is impressive. All by himself?
Yeah, I gotta admit it, pal, maybe he really is as good as he says. Every time the thief sends one of his calling cards, we send our man on a stakeout. But none of us has ever gotten so much as a glimpse of the guy.
And Mr. Ace Detective was able to retrieve the stolen treasure from the thief.
Anyway, he's at the scene of the crime right now, looking for clues. So he's down in the basement warehouse, huh? So what's his calling card? Here it is, but don't show it to anyone. It's top secret, okay, pal? What's this mark on the front? It's Master Mask's signature emblem, pal. You could say it's his mark. All of his calling cards have got it on them.
You didn't mention that on the newsflash.
We're withholding that detail from the public for operational reasons. The only way you can tell if the calling card is real or not is by this emblem. Okay.
That makes sense. When you get famous, there are always imitators. Mr. Nick, if you work a little harder, maybe you can have your own copycat someday.
Is that an ace detective name? And not one related to this series, but there probably is one out there. Thanks, I guess. Good. Basement warehouse.
No matter how many times you come here, this place always gives me the chills.
It's probably because it's air conditioned to protect the art pieces, you know? Welcome to my private little banquet of chaos. Huh? What the heck does that mean? I'm afraid I have very little to offer, but please, make yourself at home. Who are you, anyway? Shh! Silence! Now I say it's all becoming clear. What do you see? It's Fadi! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium, neither very advanced at their trade. Am I wrong? Yikes, that's scary. How'd you know that? How, you say? The universal skeptic would say that how is nothing but a question of why. I'm a traveler of both time and space and a swimmer of dreams.
What's he talking about? Can make heads or tails of it.
Without further ado, let me fulfill what should be the first duty of any gentleman. Introduce myself. The name is Atme. Luke Atme. Luke Atme. Oh, okay, this one just finally made sense to me. Just now. He's trained his bros to really go down there. Ace Detective. Oh, hi.
Now let him intimidate you next. Stand up and show him what you're made of.
The name's right. Your name's right. Ace Attorney.
I'm Maya Faye, a spirit medium. And I'm a Perfay. I'm Mystic Maya's cousin and spirit medium Ace Apprentice.
Excellent. Well, then shall we begin our little game? Why does the phrase one shot of a baker's doesn't come to mind with this guy? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. So are you really as famous as you say? Of course. For a lawyer, you have a rather shocking lack of knowledge about the world. I had no idea anyone was left in a city that had not heard of me. Look at me. Look at me. My name's Luke Atme. A master arch enemy, the Ace Detective Luke Atme. Luke Atme. At this moment, there are two mighty figures which loom large over this grand city. One embodies the nefarious forces of darkness, the other the angelic cherubs of light.
Now I'm really lost. What is he saying, Nick?
I've been personally on the heels of this villain since his first crime. After learning this criminal's patterns, I thwarted his very latest loathsome larceny. I've returned the target of his tyranny, the portrait of Megina, to the crime scene. And I did it all by myself. I took it back from Master my brawny mind and my brilliant muscles.
Yeah, they mentioned it on the news in the Great People Around Town segment. They said that the museum gave you an incredible jewel as a reward.
Well, compared to the treasure that I retrieved for them, it's not much. So, in the end, the only thing that makes you great is your own self-praise.
Tell us what you know about Master Mask, and keep it simple, please.
Like about how I've devoted my life to thwarting his dastardly deeds. Last night, here in the bowels of this store, we were locked in a most glorious battle. Huh? Hang on a second. You were here last night? Here? In Lordly Taylor? Naturally. Wherever the mask goes, you will find Atme laying his elegant traps. Elegant traps? More like the mask out elegance you and made a beautiful getaway. But this time I allowed him to escape with the illusion of victory. I wonder if I should ask him about what happened last night in more detail. Yeah, do it. Can you tell us exactly what happened here last night? Of course, after all, I always say there should be no secrets between aces. That area will get you nowhere.
Pinocchio.
I first received a request for my services 20 days ago. It was 10 days ago that we received Master Mask's calling card. Huh? You were hired before the calling card even arrived? Yes, you see, the person who hired me is quite rigorous and thorough. That's Adrian for you. A mere 10 days after hiring me, her worst premonitions were realized.
The calling card arrived, right?
Yes, so ace detective that I am, I set a trap for the thief right in the warehouse. I waited for him, alone. Alone? But why? Why didn't you go to the police for help? Ridiculous. Why would I seek help from such a singularly useless group of nincompoops? I hate that word. You've got a lot of nerve. After all, it was you that let the mask get away. I always operate alone and concealed out of the sight of others.
Concealed?
Precisely. Even the guards on duty here were unaware of my presence. To fool your enemies, first you must fool your friends. It's my own original probe.
Anyway, back to what happened last night.
As I was saying, I hid here in the warehouse and waited for the thief to arrive. But I swear to you, not a solitary soul came through that entrance. Nevertheless, the sacred urn disappeared.
That's impossible. How would it just disappear?
Oh, you ask.
Don't be ridiculous, Sir Lawyer. If I knew the answer to that question, I wouldn't be here. Someone who seriously messed up his own stakeout, he's rather full of himself.
So you're saying that even though one came through those doors last...
Yes, I love typos that haven't been fixed in over 15 years?
Will precious urn still somehow vanish from under your nose?
It's just not possible. Sir Lawyer, please refrain from such crude behavior. Huh? What do you mean? This criminal is an artist. The crime scene is the canvas upon which he paints. Only I, as Detective Atme, have an eye which is educated enough to read this. Don't touch it. Yeah. Hold on. You will let me look at all of this because I already know. Master Mask calling card. It's got his emblem printed on it, right? Quite impressive, but I would expect nothing less from my art rival. I'm surprised to see you in possession of such a top-secret piece of information.
Well, we've got an ace lawyer, an ace spirit medium, and an ace cousin apprentice here.
Yes, indeed. I think I could learn to like you, my fellow ace professionals. I don't know if I really want this guy to like us, ever. Well, Sir Lawyer. I've been told that you two are pursuing the mysterious thing. Well, I'm not sure...
That's right. You happen to be an ace chatter as well. I'm an ace streamer right here.
We're going to fight the sacred urn no matter what we have to do. Excellent. I will trust you. I permit you to take a look around while I investigate elsewhere. If, perchance, you should discover something of value, return them to my office. My Office of Earthly Delights, the Atme Detective Agency. Office of Earthly Delights? Well then, Sir Lawyer, if you'll excuse me, I have much to do. Wait a minute.
He's gone.
I don't like the idea of doing this guy's work for him.
Come on, Nick, don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Let's hurry up and investigate before he changes his mind. You wanna go to his office too? Take me with you, okay?
Yeah, okay. Now let me look at stuff.
This is awesome. What did Miss Andrews say it was called again?
Chichishito. It's literally 7-branch sword in Japanese. Or so says Miss Andrews. Ah! Oh, it's pretty heavy.
One hit, 7 times the fun. Pretty catchy, huh? I bet it would sell like hotcakes. There's something about it that bothers me.
You're really firing on all cylinders today, Pearly.
The sword... Wasn't Mystic Ami holding it last night?
Oh. Yeah, also, wasn't it, like, straight?
Sword wasn't bent like now.
You're right. Awesome, Pearly. I wouldn't expect any less from my little ace apprentice. Sort of spun, so that must mean last night someone used it somehow.
I just thought of something. Maybe Detective Atme smashed Master Mask with it. Like this.
Ah! What the heck?
What do you think, Pearly? I think it's even more bent than it was before.
Oh man, my head. My hair! Ceremonial sword held in the hand of Ami Face statue wasn't bent before the crime.
Hi, room!
Static looking wooden box. What's the box that had the sacred urn in it? Don't touch it. There may be clues to the thief's identity on there. It's so hard to make that box. Huh? You made that post use for a box, man?
What's that supposed to mean? The urn has always been on its stand in the winding way of Fey Manor. There was no box suitable for it, Mr. Nick.
I was so proud of it. Oh, Maya. Maybe it'd have been better if Master Mask had taken the box, too.
Hey, Pearly, do you know what this is? It's a computer. A computer? Oh, I've heard of those. It's such a cute name.
Looks like this computer's for storing the data from the security camera. When someone comes in or out of the warehouse, the camera takes a photo of them.
It's probably the trap that the detective set up.
Let's see if we can find last night's data on this thing. We might even find a photo of Master Mask. Let's see here. I really stink at working these things.
What's wrong, Mr. Nick? You're sweating an awful lot.
I don't know how to pull up the photos.
No idea you were so pathetic with high-tech stuff, Nick.
Yeah, well, I managed to print out the camera data anyway.
You have to learn to crawl before you can walk, right, Nick?
Yeah, sure. Anyway, it looks like the camera only went off once last night. Last camera went off once around 1 AM on the night of the crime. Okay. The hell happened here?
The statue of Mystic Ami's so cool. I want a gold statue of myself. You could put it in the office.
Hey, it's Ride and Co. How about a gold statue of me?
Mr. Nick, I'm sorry, but I noticed something strange.
What is it, Pearls?
Statue of Mystic Ami, was this where it was last night?
Someone played a game of paintball. Real.
Pretty sure it was closer to the door.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Great job, Pearly. I wouldn't expect anything less from my ace cousin.
The statue was moved on the night of the crime. The statue at the fount of the Korean channeling technique moved the night of the crime.
Look what you did, Nick. You spilled paint over here.
I didn't do that.
Well, it wasn't here last night. I would have noticed a color this outrageous. But this paint is already dried up.
Well, then you should have cleaned it up before it dried, Nick. Paint doesn't dry that fast. Besides, I told you it wasn't me. Looks like it's been several days since it was spilled. Look at this.
What is it?
There's some kind of shape left on the bottom left side of the stain.
Huh?
Right. I wonder what it could be. I would never wear an outrageous pink like that. What do you... Excuse me? What else can I check out? Maybe the camera itself. Secure the camera straight on the big door to the storeroom. Set up to take a photo of anyone that goes in or out.
Security camera?
Yeah, go stand in front of the door and they'll snap your photo too, Pearly.
Mystic Mai, do you think I should smile?
Nah, it's for criminals, so I think you should make a really scary face.
Like this?
Don't worry, you might dump it on someone and you shoot them with it. It's like part of a big sign, but all I can read on this burr.
Get it? Maybe it's supposed to say hamburger.
Why would anyone write hamburger that big?
Like, maybe for the World Hamburger Festival or something.
I kinda doubt it.
I got it. Maybe it said spaghetti.
Why are you talking about food? Oh wait, that's normal for you.
Hi, Raiders.
Hi, Jin.
Hi, I'm I like the color pink, but you love its JRPGs with current.
Sorry, we're currently playing Phoenix Wright. Trials and Tribulations. We're in the second case, but we just started it.
Hi, hope your stream was fun.
What were you doing in the bathhouse? This is the third game. This is the third game. Second case, third game.
Also, Pikachu for the Raiders, of course. Pikachu! Pika! Pikachu!
Have you played Ace Attorney? I know you're made your way through Professor Layton. Have you played the Phoenix Wright games? Anyway, it says bird. There's no way it could be spaghetti.
Well, maybe it was a typo. It might have said Spaghetti Festival. What do you think?
Okay, to me. Besides, spaghetti is the only thing more tangled than your reasoning.
Oh, you played the first two games on this one. Ah.
What else am I missing? What else do I need to check out?
I don't remember this case. Mr. Nick, what's that big door over there?
It looks like it's the door to the actual storeroom. See lots of big boxes and stuff back there. That's why they were keeping a sacred urn. Remember, Maya, Miss Andrews said we're not allowed in there. True. What else am I missing? Looked at this. I've looked at this. It says organi. No, it doesn't, Nick. It says organized. You just can't see the last 2 letters. Yeah, well, I guess no one else could read it either because this place is a mess. Yeah, you must be right at home, huh? Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming by. What else am I missing? It says no open flames on this thing. Am I supposed to check out the box? Yeah, no, I already checked the box. What do you want from me? Oh. I see. You want me to leave the room. Hey Nick, your cell phone's ringing. Hello, Phoenix right here. It's me, Gumshoe. Gumshoe, what is it? What's so funny? I'll tell you what's funny, pal. I finally beat him. I beat Mr. Ace Detective. Finally! This underdog is the alpha dog today. A stuck-up detective smacked his match. Yep, I finally caught him. Lock, stock, and barrel. There's no escape for him. Caught him? Are you saying... You captured Mask the Mask? Bingo! Well, actually, he surrendered. But I still got him. Mask the Mask surrendered. That's right! So, when can we come and pick up the sacred urn? You see, I was gonna tell you... What? Something wrong? Do you think you can swing by the detention center sometime? The detention center? He wants to talk to you? Mask the Mask, that is. What? He wants to talk to Nick. I'm waiting for you, pal, so get over here soon. Detention center, huh? Yeah, been a while since we were there, right? How do I... Detention center. Detention center. Hey pal, welcome to the detention center. You're sure in a happy mood, aren't you? Yep. After all, we got Mask the Mask. Alright, but, so where's the sacred urn? Sorry about that, pal. I guess I didn't really think about it before. But you're the victim in this case. Huh? Well, I guess I should let you guys hear the story straight from the horse's mouth. You know, he's right, Nick. He is. If you think about it real hard, we are the victims. Well, I guess so, in a way. I'm so used to thinking of the victim as a dead person because we're always on murder cases. Excuse me. Anyway, I have to get the sacred urn back. Please, don't just ignore me. Who are you? I'm Mask the Mask? Okay? Hey Nick, doesn't he look kind of... oh, gangly? I'm Ron Delight, the famous Mask the Mask. What's Ron Delight? A play on Ron Delight. Ron Delight. I don't think this guy could punch his way out of a wet paper bag. So you're the Mask the Mask guy. Delight, Ron, Delight. Oh, that's it? Okay. Yes, you bet. No, that's wrong. You see, it's complicated. Sort of yes, sort of no, if you know what I mean. What's wrong? Well, when I say wrong, what I really mean to say is that it's not right, per se. You see, it's not spelled Mask the Mask, it's actually Mask the Mask. What's with this guy? Well, he's a timid little weakling, we know that much. Don't do that, don't look at me like that, I don't need your pity. And a major crybaby too, coming from the guy who was a major crybaby in the first case he showed up at this game as well. So, why did you give yourself up? Well, you see, it's because, well, I know why. It's because you stole such a priceless treasure, and now you're overwhelmed with guilt. Am I right? Priceless treasure? The broken old urn? I have a little favor to ask. Yes? What is it? Could you go and talk to Desi? Desi? Who's Desi? Look, we really want our urn back, so where is it? I'm sorry, I'll give it back. I really will. Maybe not. No, I can't. I can't make promises I can keep. I'll just end up hurting people. Mr. Nick, I couldn't hear what he just said, especially the last part. Mr. Demas, do you think you could speak up a little? Yes, sir. I will. I promise. Maybe not. You see, I'm already speaking my normal voice, so I really can't do anything. Mr. Damask, about the urn? Oh, yes, the urn. Right away. Actually, no. I wouldn't mind telling you, but actually I'm afraid you wouldn't believe me anyway. Enough already, just tell it to us straight. Please, please don't yell at me. I'm sorry. That urn, I lost it. What? Huh? What did you just say? Did you say you lost it? Yes, no. Maybe so? I mean, yeah, yes, I lost it. What do you mean? Well, you know, I lost it, like I said. These things just happen. You're on the train, you get distracted, and you forget your bag, you know. What? You forgot a sacred urn on a train? Wait a minute, you went on the train dressed like that? No, I was just speaking hypothetically, that's all. Anyway, I'm sorry. I just lost it somewhere. I don't know where. My story is more surreal than a Dali painting. Are you really sure this creep is Master Mask? Maya, don't call him a creep. Although I do have to admit, I understand your doubts about this guy. So who's this Desi person? Please don't talk about my wife like that. I guess she must be his wife. I'm sorry, the truth is, it was my wife that told me to have you all come here. Do you think you could go and visit her at my hideout? Hideout? Mr. Nick, what does he mean by hideout? Oh, sorry, naturally, I meant to say my secret base. Secret base? Oh, my apartment actually. Palazzo Pelpepe, 3rd floor. Let's go have a look, Nick, to Master Mask's hideout. Something tells me she just likes the sound of the word hideout. You know what? Sure. I guess. Master Mask's hideout. Oh, check this place out. Now that about it, this is Master Mask's hideout, alright? Who is it? Is that you, Ronnie? Huh? Who are you people? Are you Desi Delight? That's right, I'm Desi Day. Oh, you must be the lawyer and the victim. Yeah, that's us. Your husband told us to stop by and speak with you. I'm Maya Faye, and this is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Nikki Boy and Maya, huh? I can't tell you how grateful I am that you decided to help my Ronnie. Well, you're welcome. Did she really call me Nikki Boy? Yes, she did. About your husband. Isn't he the cutest? A bit weak sometimes, though. A bit. By the way, did you know they mentioned Maya on TV? Oh, really? They said you own the urn and that you're doing some shady training at a law office now. Remind me not to watch that channel's news program. After I saw that, I thought it might be a good idea to meet the lawyer I mentioned. I see. My Ronnie, he has a powerful imagination and gets deluded easily. He kept insisting that he was going to surrender to the police. I didn't know what to do. It was me, I stole that urn, he kept saying, as if it wasn't even possible. But, are you saying you didn't? Of course you didn't. Why would my Ronnie ever do something like that? Well, you know, it's a priceless treasure and he's, you know... Is it possible his own wife doesn't know his secret identity? It's 20 years too late, but this game just gave you a realization. Oh? Share with the class. Thank you, Mel.
Get out of my head.
Me, I'm the kind of woman that needs excitement in her life. Oh, excitement, huh? Yes, I'm at my happiest when I'm racing along with my bike going at full throttle. Riding a motorcycle is like putting your life on the line, you know what I mean? No, I don't have a motorcycle named license. I think it depends on how you ride it. I'm the type that can't stand living a boring, dreary old life with no action. No offense, but your husband Ron doesn't exactly look like the risk-taking type himself. You're right about that, he's definitely not one for thrills and danger. But I do have to say that he makes up for it in other ways. Other ways? Yes, money. Ronnie's incredibly rich and super generous. He bought me a bike that's so fast it would make your head spin. Oh, money. Not my first thought. And shopping? I like to shop so much it makes Ron's head spin. The other day it actually happened. His head actually started to spin. Ah, talk about a high-maintenance wife. So where does Mr. Delight get all his money from? Ronnie's a security guard. They put their lives on the line, right? So they get paid tons of money in return. Tons of it. He's a security guard. I think it's my turn for my head to spin. Can you tell us about what happened last night? What time did that incident take place again? What time was it again, Maya? Oh, according to Detective Gumshoe, it was around 1:30 in the morning. Last night was horrible. I got pulled over. Pulled over? Yeah, I always do my best flying at night. Flying? You're talking about your motorcycle, right? Yes. Anyway, last night I got pulled over by a policeman. I can't believe he caught up to me. It was a great chase, I'm telling you. When he finally caught me, the poor man was as white as a sheet. It was about 3 in the morning when I finally got home. Sounds like she's got an airtight alibi. Well, what about Mr. Delight? I don't really know. We went together at that time of the night. But when I got home, he was already fast asleep. So basically, he's got no alibi. Good! Great, love that. Anyway, can I show you? Mr. Light, you must know, right? About your husband and Master Mask. Master Mask? Of course, I know all about it. My husband is his biggest fan. Yeah. What? Huh? Biggest fan? Yes, and Ronnie can be pretty delusional sometimes. That's how this whole misunderstanding happened. Wait a minute, did you say delusional? Yeah, that's right. I just don't know what I'm going to do with him. You see, Ronnie actually believes that he is Master Mask. What? What are you talking about? Yeah, what are you talking about? So, when did Ron first become Master Mask? What are you talking about? He's not Master Mask. Huh? But, wait a second. She does. Look around in this room. This place is obviously Master Mask's hideout. Nah, you're totally wrong. A real thief's hideout wouldn't look like this. It's because Ronnie's so timid himself that he looks up to heroic figures. Heroic figures? But Master Mask is a bad guy. So he's deluded, huh? Could that really be true? Anyway, if you really had stolen the urn, would you still have it? Well, I suppose so. Why didn't you ask him if he has the urn or not? She has a point. Mr. Delight isn't exactly the criminal type. Something about Ron's behavior bothers me. Maybe it's true. Maybe Mr. Delight isn't Master Mask after all. Say, can I ask you something, Nikki boy? Can you stop calling me that, actually? What is it? I know it may seem like a bad girl on the outside, but the one thing I won't stand for is illegal activity. She says, despite going way above the speed limit on her motorcycle, I guess. I had the feeling you wouldn't. You're tough, but I can tell you've got a good heart. Somebody framed my poor Ronnie, I just know it. Could you give this to Ronnie for me? A letter? Yes, for Ronnie. I want him to fight back. Miss Delight... Okay, you've got it. Just relax and leave it all to us. Just to ask when Randy lied apparently contains something important. You uncomfortably remind of a certain bus in a certain circus. Well, the good thing is the circus is not gonna come up in this game, but I genuinely don't remember this case. Like, sure, I remember both of the designs, like looking at them right now, but oh, Pegasus, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Pegasus? Nicky boy. Yu-Gi boy. That's right, here, this is from your wife. Oh, from Desi? Thank you. Actually, more like taken. My dear Ronnie, how are you? I'm doing fine. Touching onto the letter so hard the ink is going to be squeezed out. You look so happy.
You should write a letter to Mystic Maya too, Mr. Nick.
Mr. Lawyer? Yes.
In the letter Desi wrote, she said, ask this guy to be your lawyer. Huh? I know this would be asking a lot, but could you please take my case? My trial starts tomorrow.
Hang on a second. He can't be your lawyer. Why not?
What do you mean, why not? We're the victims in this case, right? Victims of this Damas guy.
Well, yeah, but according to Desiree, he didn't do it.
She said, poor man, he's deluded himself into thinking he did it, right, Mr. Nick?
Come on, she could be lying to protect her husband. Well, that's true. Actually not. Actually, it's hard to say. Oh no, it's spreading. Please, I'll give you the treasure of your choice in return. What should I do? Yeah. Well, Mr. Delight, I've decided to give it a try. I'll defend you.
Really, you will? What are you doing, Nick? He's a thief. You can't trust him.
Well, he may be a thief. But I think there's more to this case than meets the eye.
Mr. Nick, I was wrong about you. I shouldn't have trusted you.
Girls.
Can't believe you defend this person after what he did to Mystic Maya. I'll never forgive you, ever.
Charlie, wait. This is going to be ugly. I'll go after her. Why is everyone crying today?
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to cause any trouble.
Well, you couldn't have known she'd react like that. Guess I might as well start investigating. Maya, where's Pearls?
She said she's going back to the office. Go check in on her later, would you?
What about you? Are you okay with me taking Mr. Delight's case?
Yeah, I'm fine, Nick. I believe in you.
I think I'm going to cry. No more crying, please. No more crying. I know you have a lot of work to do.
I really appreciate it.
Sure.
Okay, Nick. Let's get the show on the road. Mr. Nick, welcome back.
Hey, Pearls. You're back too, I see.
I went and bought us a strawberry cake. I'll go make some tea to go with it.
Yeah, Pearls? Looks like she feels really bad about what happened at the detention center. It literally just happened. I do not need a flashback game.
Mr. Maya, the tea is ready.
Oh, thanks.
Come on, Mr. Nick, please have some of this cake.
Yeah, thanks. Pearls?
Oh, excuse me. I was in the middle of cleaning the toilet.
It's okay. I just cleaned it this morning. Too late. This might be a good time for me to ask about her. First met Pearls a year ago. It was when a murder happened at Kurain village. I still remember what she said to me when we first met.
You're Mr. Nick, right? You're Mystic Maya's special someone.
I'm not. I wish you could stop saying that. I need to open the fucking window. Oh, I cannot breathe in this room. Something, but summer is a horrendous thing. There is no good reason for the weather to stay this time of day. It's almost 11
11 p.m.
Hi TK, good evening. Hey Maya, I always thought it was because she was young, but well, what? Well, as soon as I open the window, there's a train. Of course there is. Pills, I think she's got the wrong idea about you and me.
Huh? There's something you need to understand.
What is it?
It's kind of like a Korean village custom, sort of.
Bill seems to love you a lot.
Well, that's because I'm her only cousin and, well, because of the murder case last year, Pearlie's mother is... Oh yeah.
Beaten by a flashback right after the relevant text box. You told me game I'm currently playing. It's like I'm looking at every single visual novel I'm playing nowadays a little more skeptically, because it's like they will give you a scene, transition over to the next one, and then immediately give you a flashback to the scene you just saw. And it's like, why? It is so extreme. It's like, can you, like, why not just write in textbooks? Why not just give me a textbook that says, oh yeah, what character X and Y said to me just now? Why give me this entire fucking flash filter over it and the same text boxes again? Like, I just read it. Well, it's Mother Morgan Fay. She's serving a prison term in isolation right now.
So you see, I'm the only family Pearlie has right now. But it's the same for me too. My mother's gone too. Oh, there are hardly any man in Korean village.
Now you mention it, I never actually saw any man there when I visited.
I'm pretty sure I told you about it a long time ago. About how spiritual powers run very strong in the Fae family.
Yeah, you did. And that's why you ended up trying to be a spirit medium, right? A curveball making flash and spoiling the end of the game. Oh, you know how in some anime intros they will show scenes from like the final battle or whatever, and you don't even realize until you're actually at the final battle, and then suddenly it's like, oh, it's been there the entire time.
The thing is, only a woman can actually inherit a spiritual power. That's why the whole culture of Korean village kind of revolves around its woman.
Well, it's understandable. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but because of that, there tends to be a lot of unsuccessful marriages.
Oh?
Well, men start to feel left out after a while, and then they just start leaving. Especially if the man has a daughter. You're saying that Pearl's father... He's gone. He left the village when she was very young.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, and she grew up seeing nothing but unhappy marriages all around her. That's why she's so sensitive to things like that.
Off-screen being used for a story bonus with constant flashbacks to things the main character thinks about.
Ugh, that sounds horrible.
So your mother's still missing?
Yeah, and no one has any idea where she is.
Maya's mother, Misty Faye, grandmaster of the Korean channeling technique. She disappeared 17 years ago after getting involved in a certain police case. Are you sure she's still alive, right?
Yeah, I know she is. It's sort of a spirit medium thing.
And if your mother doesn't come back, then what?
Then, according to the laws of the village, I'll become the next master.
Mystic Maya, the master of the Korean technique. Sounds like a heavy responsibility.
Yeah, but there's no one else with the blood of the Fae main family who's a spirit medium. Well, Nick, why don't we go out and start investigating? We're not going to learn anything just sitting around the office.
Yeah, I know, but first I want to talk to Pearls.
Mr. Nick?
Yeah?
I acted like a baby.
Pearls.
I doubted you, even though Mystic Maya trusted you completely. Because you still have a lot of training to do. Mr. Nick.
Yes?
From the bottom of my heart, I apologize for what I said.
Oh, it's okay. I'm the one I should be, but...
Well, I'm going out now for a little bit.
Huh? Where are you going?
I may be small, but I still have a lot of spirit channeling power. So I'm going to show you it can be useful too by finding some evidence.
I don't want this 8-year-old to be out and about on her own. She runs fast. Nick, let's back off and give her some room, okay? Let's not have the 8-year-old out and about on her own. Miss Andrews. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. Your precious urn. Your precious urn. Please calm down. What's wrong? It never ends. Everything I touch ends in failure. Oh, don't say that. Miss Andrews, please. At least this time we're not, you're not understand for having murdered someone. Supposedly. So thank you for the higher time and the posture check. I'm gonna try and make it to the end of this in-game day so we can get started on the trial next time. Maya, I'm sorry. I'll do anything to make it up to you. No, it's okay. I know I don't look it, but I'm good with my hands. I could make you another urn. Hold on, just wait, okay? Breathe, calm down, and talk to us. Forgive me, forgive me. It's okay. So when did you get the calling card from Master Mas? Let's see, exactly 10 days ago. I was going to show it to the police, but the detective stopped me. So you asked Detective Atme to help with security? Yes, in fact it was about 20 days ago that I hired him. Yeah, he told us the same. He seemed to know much more about Master Mas than police. So you hired him for security even before the calling card arrived? Well, yes, I had a premonition that something bad might happen. I've learned to trust my hunches. So that's why there are security cameras even in the basement warehouse? Yes, Lord Retailer's very serious about the security measures. It was a way of saying bring it on to any potential thieves. Well, he sure brought it last night and even left with a nice souvenir. Can you tell us a bit about the security for the treasure exhibit? It was all my fault. I never should have called this paltry little collection a treasure exhibit anyway. Why do you say that? The urn that was stolen is a pretty important object. Maybe, but its actual value after appraisal was, well, practically zero. Zero? I paused it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. But that urn contains the soul of Mystic Amy. Anyway, I left all the security arrangements to Detective Atme. But 5 days ago, I began receiving all sorts of other exhibit items from Kudang. Lots of people started going in and out of the warehouse down there. So maybe one of them was actually Master Mask in disguise. No, I personally checked out everyone that came through here, so that's not possible. Well, you're taking your job very seriously. Knowing Adrian, she probably even checked out what they ate for breakfast that morning. Oh god, he has a giant picture of himself in his office. Ew. Hello? Well, how lovely it is to see you again, my dear. Hi. Welcome to my abode. Relax and soak up the atmosphere. We're actually kind of... Shh! Silence! Precisely as I expected. What is? Svari! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium. Am I correct? Yes. You said the same thing last time. We already met. I think we've already been through this. So my estimation was correct. Svari! I cannot say that. How truly elegant. Now then, what can I do for you? The night of the crime. You mentioned before that you were on guard duty all alone last night. Precisely. This is my 5th encounter with my arch enemy. I refuse to allow anyone to interfere with the rightful pursuit of my prey. I heard you've been after Master Mas since his very first death. I see he's nice with sticking paper on the walls. For the vibe, because it looks cool, maybe? Yes, my dear, I see you've done your homework. In his very first heist, that vile thief pilfered the famous jewel, the Key of Emanon. I first encountered him in the museum's sacred hall, the crime scene itself. So, that's why you were hired as security for the treasure exhibit? I'm pretty sure you said that Adrian Andrews hired him. Yes, I borrowed some equipment from Lordly Taylor and set the perfect trap. You must mean the security camera. But I thought you were watching the area yourself, too. So how did Master Mask manage to steal the urn? That's the million-dollar question. What is the Mask modus operandi? Mr. Atme, did you know about the sacred urn? I'm interested in only one thing, my dear, and that is Master Mask. Sacred urn? That has nothing to do with this case. But wasn't that what Master Mask stole this time? I'm a hunter, sir. The urn was nothing more than a lure to catch my prey. Do you yourselves remember the shape of the individual peanuts you throw to pigeons? I don't think I like this guy's attitude, Nick. Well, anyway, it looks like he doesn't know about the urn. There's something that's kind of bothering me. Please, my dear, ask me anything you like. After all, we're all but seekers wandering alone in the dark. Well, I was wondering how Master Mask managed to steal the urn. I mean, isn't it strange that you don't seem to know? Yeah, now that you mention it, it is strange. After all, you were on guard that night at the scene of the crime. Unless you were sound asleep, you should have at least seen Master Mask. Svari! Up, Cyclog. What the? It's up, Cyclog. Cyclog? Yeah. Hey Nick, what is this Cyclog thing? Well, your Magatama lets me see when people are keeping secrets. By breaking their mental locks, I can find out what those secrets are. What? This Magatama has that kind of power? Maya, you're the one who gave me this Magatama last year. Well, it's true that this Magatama is a prized family heirloom, but Tony was the one that actually imbued it with spiritual powers, right? That's why I don't really know much about what it can do. Is this the woman that's going to take over the Korean channeling school someday? So how do you do it? How do you break up Cyclock thing? Well, you present the Magatama to the person with the secret. Cool! I can't wait to see it in action. Come on, try it out. Oh, I think the future master still needs to learn how to be patient. Well, let's do it. Detective Atme, you were standing guard at the scene of the crime. There's no way you didn't see Master Mask commit the crime. Well now, I can hardly see why you're so positive about that. Yes, indeed, I was guarding the warehouse, that much is true. But I can tell you for certain not a single person passed through that door. I'm not sure why, but this Atme guy is lying through his teeth. I know, I show him some proof. Detective Atme, I have the proof that someone went through that door last night. Camera data. There was a security camera set up at the scene of the crime. It should have automatically taken a photo of anyone that went through that door. Precisely. I hope you don't mind, but we've already gotten our hands on the camera data. As you can see, the camera went off exactly once last night. What? My monocle didn't catch anyone in its flash. It must be some kind of computer malfunction. It must be. Maybe it was your monocle that malfunctioned? What? Are you saying that I didn't do my duty properly? Detective Atme, you must have seen the thief last night. The question is, why are you trying to hide it? If he's hiding it, there must be some reason. Some reason that he desperately wants to keep hidden. And I've got just a piece of evidence that should prove it. Okay, let's suppose you didn't manage to see Master Mask. In that case, the reason you didn't at the time was because you were unconscious. I'm afraid that making a guess is not enough. Time to put your money where your mouth is. Show me evidence. Okay, you were knocked out with this fucking thing. Detective Atme, you were knocked unconscious by the thief, weren't you? Surely you must be joking. You think that I, Luke Atme, could be knocked unconscious so easily? This sword proves it. That's... Before the theft, the sword was in the hand of the statue of Ami Faye. Furthermore, at the time, it was not bent. There's only one explanation. You were struck on the head and knocked unconscious by the sword. Well, detective, how about it? I'm impressed. You truly are an ace attorney. Oh, well, that was easy. I can't deny that there may be a small hint of truth in what you say. So you were knocked out when the thief first clobbered you? Well, what an ugly way of saying it, but I suppose you could put it that way. The card struck at the precise moment that I turned to look at the computer. So you never noticed that the thief had entered the warehouse? No, the card must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Perhaps the air ducts or the sewer pipes. Then my arch nemesis struck me in the head from behind with this gruesome item here. Ouch. Mr. Admi should have this poor head examined. Say that again. How could you have underestimated the thief that badly? The mask knocked Admi out during the crime with a blow to the back of the head. I like that clearly there would have been enough space to just write with, but no. No. So we got one thing cleared up anyway. Oh, what? That Admi's the greatest ice detective in the world? No, that he never actually saw the thief. Oh, that's right. So the thief may not even be Master Mask. Just one moment, Sir Lawyer. The thief was unquestionably Master Mask. But you never actually saw him. Perhaps so, but I installed a security camera for just such a contingency. Last night the camera went off exactly once. Behold, this is a photo of the dastardly thief taken by the security camera. That's him. Master Mask. What a story enters segment a camera on the night for crime. Thief can be none other than the arch-criminal Master Mask. After all, he has a very good reason for committing such brazen crimes. What are you talking about? So, what do you mean by he had a very good reason? Exactly that. Mr. Delight had a very good reason to dress up and commit those crimes. There should be a green envelope somewhere in his room. You need to go and investigate. How would you know about that? Have you forgotten? You're speaking to the finest ace detective ever to walk on the face of the earth. The most brilliant mind since, well, ever. Look at me. I guess we better go take a look just in case. This man is horrendous and annoying. Hey! Sorry, can I look around your room real quick? Green. Hey Nick, remember what Detective Admi said? Yes, since it happened like not even a full minute ago. A green envelope, huh? Looks like this is it. Okay, let's have a look. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 AM on October 12th and bring 50,000. 50,000? This is a blackmail letter. Sure looks like a major clue, alright. I understand that the reason they make these is most likely because you could go to several other places before going here. It's just I'm going with the least amount of walking to like other areas that I have to. Oh, someone's at the door. I'll be right back. Won't take but a second, I promise. Oh, thank you for coming. That's so nice of you. Actually, a damsel in distress, I just can't help myself. Please, come on in. I'll make some coffee. Really? Okay, I guess I'll make myself at home, pretty lady. Wait a minute. I know that voice. Oh, Nikki boy, I'm so sorry, but I've got another guest. You're... Nick, it's you! And Maya, too! What a fluke! Larry! Long time no see! Wouldn't be a nice attorney game without Larry Butts. You two know each other? Nicky boy! Nick, do you and this girl have, something going on? Something? If you mean what I think... I underestimated you, Nick. A gorgeous lady like this. And married too! Way to go, dude! No. I know, just when things can't get any worse, it's time to cue in the Butts. Larry Butts. Ever since grade school, he's been not exactly a close friend, but yeah, we know each other. Hey man, that was nice. It was your very first client. Got quite the storied history, he and I. All we used to say still rings true. When something smells, it's usually the Butts. Come on now, you're embarrassing me. And in front of this pretty little thing here. So you two are old childhood friends, I see. That's so sweet. Do go ahead and catch up on old times. I'm going to go check on my bike. Nice girl, that Desi. So how have you been, Nick? Too busy if you really want to know. So what have you been up to this whole time? It's been 2 years since I heard from you. And what's with those clothes? You look, well, weird. Hey man, that's uncalled for. This is my uniform for my part-time job. I believe it's been 2 years. They say time flies when you're having fun. What's wrong? Nick, I gotta tell you. Women, I don't trust them anymore. You got dumped again? Well, you know, Jennifer? I followed her all the way to Japan 2 years ago. So I met the famous Catty Tom, my whole life changed. Jennifer. Catty Tom. Never heard of either of them. Anyway, dude, Catty Tom chose Hollywood over me. Can you believe it? Oh, actually... Anyway, sounds like you had quite the adventure. Women! They're so... Ah! Uh-huh. You're different, Maya. You're not like the rest. But you're still the same old Larry. So what are you doing here anyway? Huh? What do you mean by that? I'm just a natural-born nice guy, that's all. Oh, actually, I picked this up last night while I was working. A wallet? You say you found this last night? Yeah, I had a driver's license in it, so I figured I'd just return it myself. Oh, familiar with his part-time security jobs company building. Oh my god. At his part-time security jobs company building. Hang on, let me see that for a minute. I knew it. There's his pictures in here. Yeah, I guess he really digs his wife, huh? Nick, is that what you're thinking at all? No, I'm pretty sure it is. You haven't changed a bit. No way, man. I mean, she's a married woman. That's just bad news. He really is here just to check out Miss Delight. So you said you found it at your job, right? Yeah, I'm working for a private security company as a guard. Chicks just love a guy in uniform, you know? Security guard, huh? So that's what the uniform is all about. Huh? So what time was it when you found this last night? Huh? Why are you asking that? Trying to see if I got an alibi? You're not the one on the hook for a crime this time, buddy. Not yet. Guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of our company building. What was Mr. Delight's wallet doing there? Anyway, there's nothing weird about that. After all, he works there. He works there? You mean Mr. Delight? Sure. Here, take a look at this. It's right here in his wallet. What's this card? It's a key card for the security company. See, it's got a serial number on it right there. There's no mistake about it. You said you're working part-time at a security company, right? That's right. Why are you making that scary face? Security company, huh? Something's not quite secure about Larry working there. I need to find out as much as I can about this key card. Find the use for the building of his part-time job. Let's see. If I show it to you, will you tell me more about it? So you sure about this key card? Yep, that's the key card we use at the building I work in. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You need to get into the room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. Leaves a record? Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. Larry, I need that data. Oh, slow down, man. Sorry, but that data is off limit to outsiders. If I lost this job, I'd never have a chance with Desi. It's times like these when I wish lawyers weren't so powerless. Leaves a record when used. Yay! Okay. Hey Larry, what about this? If you got something to say, then say it already. Oh, a blackmail letter. Do you know anything about this? What? I don't know anything about Alexis, and that's the truth. Huh? What? I can't believe you do this to me. I thought you were my friend. $50,000? I don't have that kind of money. No, you don't understand. This blackmail letter was sent to Ron Delight. Oh man, you scared me. I almost had a heart attack, you idiot. I'm the idiot? Man, I was totally confused because it says KB Security right on the envelope. Yeah, so what? That's why I've got a part-time job at KB Security. What? Sounds like I should really find out some more about this KB Security company. Yes, duh. I mean, it only says KB Security right on his fucking shirt, right there. KB Security, the company in the blackmail letter. You know about it? That's where I work, yeah. In fact, I'm on a job right now. Huh? So what are you doing here then? Well, the boss is away right now, and you know what mice do when the cat's away. Yeah. Anyway, how far away is this company? Let me see, what, 30 minutes by car, I guess? I'll fly down the road anyway. This apartment building is pretty close to Lodi Taylor, right? Lodi. It would take roughly an hour to go from here to KB Security and back. When I was at KB Security when the robbery occurred, then... Then he couldn't have stolen the sacred urn? Hey Nick, your phone. Hello, is this the right resident? Pearls, where are you? I thought I'd go to Lodi Taylor to try to find some more clues, but I'm afraid I've gotten lost. What? Give me the phone, Nick. Curly, where are you right now? I was walking along and I found myself in front of the person's office. A person? Who? The person who doesn't act as an agent always says it's funny when he's excited. Look at me, Ace Detective. Okay, stay right there, we're coming to get you. Alright, I'm a little scared. Why does she even have a... Who gave her a phone, though? Alright, let's go, Maya. Wait a second, Nick. What? A phone call just now. Sounded like a real cutie. Another one of your, special friends? Yeah, that's an 8-year-old child. Say goodbye to Misty Light for me, would you, Larry? Mr. Nick! Mystic Maya! Really? I never thought I'd see the two of you again. I mean, remember the first time she actually came to the city and she like literally walked because like what are trains? Don't leave this little lady alone. So is Mr. Ace Detective out of the office? Yes, when I arrived here, there wasn't a single soul in sight. Say, Nick, doesn't it look like something's changed since we were here last? Yeah, now that you mention it. Giant, non-suspicious bag. This bag, I'm sure it wasn't here before. Same. It looks quite full. I wonder what could be in here. Hey Nick, come on, open it up. Wait a minute, we can't just open his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy, this is an important investigation. It's true, and truth be told, I have to admit I'm kind of curious. Oh, what's in there? Hang on a sec, I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kinda hard and sweet. Well, hello there! He's here! What are you doing, Sir Lawyer? I'm shocked to see a servant of the court ignoring the law so flagrantly.
Who cares about the law when you were being a fuddy-duddy?
I'm really sorry, Maya made me do it. Nick, I can't believe you. A gentleman never uses a lady as an excuse for his own poor behavior. The real question is, can you afford to waste time lollygagging about here? I can do what I want.
I can do whatever I want.
What do you mean by that? Perhaps I should make myself more clear on tomorrow's trial. Svari! Shall we say the figurative? Sir William will be dropping his pants before lunchtime.
Wow, Nick, sounds like it's gonna be really exciting.
What's going to happen at the trial tomorrow that's so dramatic? Do you know what your biggest mistake so far has been, so lawyer? It was becoming a lawyer in the first place.
That certainly does sound like a big mistake, Mr. Nick.
Tomorrow will be a day to remember. I, Luke Atomy, will take the stand. And then, Svari, my testimony will prove to be the undoing of the lot of you. Yes, all of you. I will unmask you as the thief's co-conspirators.
Conspirators?
You're quick on the defensive, I see. However, it is not I that is your greatest enemy. There is a far more dangerous threat that you will face during the trial.
What are you talking about?
So, lawyer, if you truly are who you say, I'm sure you've heard of him. His name is Godot. You've taken a step down the path of foolishness. To try to defend a career criminal who deserves nothing less than a death penalty.
Hey, last time I checked, no one knows for sure that Mr. Delight really is the mask.
My dear lady, times may change, but people sadly do not. Well, you will understand this when you are more mature.
Who is this Godot person?
That's not surprising, the spirit medium has not heard the name. Godot, the persecutor whose equal cannot be found in his country but in heaven. A legend or myth, man pinned in a lifetime of hopes and a chance to simply meet him.
Prosecutor Godot. Godot.
But the best prosecutor in the country isn't Godot, it's Mr. Edgeworth.
Isn't that right, Nick?
It's not surprising that a spirit medium such as yourself would know nothing of this. Today's prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth, is currently traveling abroad. Huh? In fact, it was Mr. Edgeworth who acknowledged Godot was the best in his country.
And you agree with that?
Most certainly. In fact, you could call him the Luke Atomy of the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's good to hear. Prosecution has a fighting chance tomorrow. Mr. Nick, is this Godot really that strong?
I seem to remember hearing about someone like that. Not surprising. Some people spend their entire lives idly waiting for his appearance. Looks like we're done investigating for the day. So, lawyer, the stage has been set and all the pieces are finally in place. All that remains now is for the dance to begin. A new prosecutor, an ace detective, and a thief. This will be one tough trial. It's only the second trial in the game. Phoenix, it can't be that bad. Hey, Nick! We're not gonna continue there. Thank you. That is right, where we're stopping for tonight. That means we can jump straight into that trial next time. 5 cases in this game should be, I think. I could be lying though. No, it should be 5. Yeah, 5.
Thank you for the pat.
Yeah, 5. 5 plus 1. It's... wait, how many parts does it have? 2, 3, 4. I think we could make the entire thing next time, maybe. We'll have to see. Thank you for listening. Thank you for coming by. Quick. Tomorrow is Friday, so tomorrow should be more Octopath. And then on Saturday, I was planning on finishing the Lost Judgment Kaito DLC because that's definitely manageable timing-wise, I think. Also, I'm gonna catch up on Tap and Talk with Barry sometime next week since yesterday was what it was.
have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much for coming by. Let me set up the rate real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, have a good night. I'll see y'all soon. I need to press so many buttons. Wah. Wah. Have a good night.
And bye bye. Bye bye bye.